Is a dome here, but it's also open air in left field, so you sense the chill outside here at T-Mobile Park. It is one of the beautiful venues in all of Major League Baseball.
It is. I'm leaving my jacket on though.
You are?
This morning I walked outside with shorts and a t-shirt on. Everything was great. Right now I feel like I need a winter sweater on, man. I'm freezing up here.
Or a couple antlers like Mariner Moose. They'll keep you warm in late May. Twins batting order goes like this today. It starts with Byron Buxton, who is so dynamic when he's in the lineup, just back from the concussion injured list. Trevor Larnach had a great day yesterday with 4 hits, including that big single weight. Brooks Lee has had a very nice second season as well. And welcome back to Matt Wallner, who is in the 5 position after missing the last 38 games with a hamstring injury. And Cody Clemens, who all he has done since joining this team is hit. They will all face Bryce Miller, who is back from the injured list. It is his first start in a couple of weeks for Seattle.
And Bryce Miller, incredible stuff. I watched this guy for 5 or 6 starts, man, electric stuff, top of the zone 4-seamer. He runs that little sinker in, though, off of it. Got a great split knuckle curve combo that are the same speed going opposite directions. Every now and then he'll mix the slider sweeper in. Look for that 4-seam at the top and the split knuckle curve, though. That's going to be his bread and butter today.
He's done a good job of missing barrels so far this year. A couple of the other underlying metrics not fantastic. The Mariners defense in spots is very good. As a group, they have not been phenomenal this year. Rodriguez, though, is +5 defensive runs saved. Mitch Garver, the former Twin, is behind the plate. And Cole Young, who has grown up a shortstop, playing second base as well as he did in the minor leagues, making his major league debut. You know how special of a day this is.
It is a special day. It's something you'll never forget. And as soon as this first pitch is made, he's going to have a little feeling of, you know what, I made it. But the hardest part is staying here, not getting here. He's going to find that out. But everybody is just over the moon with his talent and what kind of person he is inside the clubhouse. He's a great teammate, great human being, and that goes a long way as well in having a long career.
Top 3 prospect in this Mariners organization, making his debut for a team that has wanted more offense at points this year. And you know, Minnesota's offense is so much better when Buxton is in the lineup, but we saw last night exactly what he can do when he is full go. That stolen base got them fully back in this game to play extras.
It did, and he stole that base safe by like 5 feet.
Yeah.
He's got game-changing speed and game-changing power. I've not seen a guy who hits an average home run as long as his is.
We are ready to go. Miller to Buxton from Seattle this evening, and the first pitch of the ball game is inside. 4:16 local time, as Austin Jones calls it ball number 1 to Byron Buxton, who has tormented both left-handed and right-handed pitching this year. 10 home runs, 5 doubles so far for his season. There's a strike from Miller. As he comes off the injured list, what are you watching from Miller today?
Well, we know his pitch count's going to be down, but really when he's good, he's locating his good 4-seam at the top of the zone. It's got incredible carry. It's got 3 inches more carry than the average fastball. That's going to be a real weapon for him right there. You just see Byron's under that ball, and he's a tremendous fastball hitter. But he's going to, what I want to see with him is controlling his front side, controlling that top of the zone. When he gets a little out of sorts later in the game, you start seeing him miss arm side up. That's the thing to watch for.
He's at 1-2 to Buxton. You mentioned the fastball numbers. 515 slugging against the fastballs for Buxton. And look, 4 pitches already, and with pitch count being a factor, and also the Mariners bullpen the last 2 days having 3 guys go back to back, you wonder how fully stocked that pen is.
It's a lot of usage.
Yeah,
we'll see. To wait and see. There's guys that are up for 3 days in a row. See how they use them.
1-2 on a check swing. He did go at strike 3. Bill Miller over at first makes the call, and Buxton punches out at the hand of Miller.
This is that good split that I talked about early on. It comes out of the same tunnel as a good 4-seam at the top. It just drops off the table.
One down for Trevor Larnach. Did you ever tinker with, we had a conversation with Rocco Baldelli about just pitch types, and we'll get into it with Bailey Ober. Do you ever tinker with a splitter? Do you ever tinker with new stuff every once in a while?
Yeah,
bullpen?
I think any pitcher that wants to stick around for a while, they are comfortable in what they do, but they're always tinkering with something. You know, always trying to work on a next new pitch that'll win them the Cy Young.
0-1 misses down on a curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike. This Mariners team has, as of post time today, fallen behind the Astros in the American League West. It was a half-game lead for Houston. They lost 16-3 earlier today to Tampa Bay after a walk-off yesterday. There is a changeup from Miller, 1-2.
And that's going to be a good pitch for him today. There's lots of guys in this lineup for Minnesota that don't see the changeup well. I bet you we see that good change split a lot today.
Fairly left-handed heavy lineup, especially at the top of the card here. They go Larnach, the lefty, Leal, bat left-handed, Wallner, Castro, Clemens. 5 of the top 7 are left-handed.
And it's such a hard thing. We talked about this with Rocco earlier. It's such a hard thing to cover 2 completely different parts of the zone with a guy who's throwing, even if it's just a sinker and 4-seam difference, but especially a 4-seam split.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Breaking ball down and in. Back-to-back strikeouts in Miller's return.
This is the Miller we saw last year. 4 seams at the top, splits down and away, and then works off of that with that good knuckle curve, so that you don't really know which way it's going to go or what plane it's going to be on. Very, very tough for a hitter.
The league in the last 2 years only has a combined 13 hits on that curveball you're talking about. We just saw there. So 2 down for Lee, and as you're scouting Brooks Lee, how does this matchup look?
Well, it's interesting because Lee's a very good fastball at the top of the zone hitter. And so I would expect he doesn't give him more than 1 or 2 fastballs, maybe not 2 even in at bat. So we just saw the 4-seam up there. I bet he goes to split or curveball off of that.
So how do you put that in your mind, right, as a pitcher? Like, you know what you do.
Yeah.
You know what he does.
Yeah, it's always a chess match because you don't want to just completely get out of what you do and what your strengths are, but you also can't feed in 100% of the time to theirs.
There's that split. 2 balls and a strike on Lee.
2-1.
But it's pitch by pitch. You're thinking about this.
It's pitch by pitch, but you know going into the game that Brooks Lee is a very good fastball at the top of the zone hitter. I mean, almost all his home runs come at the top.
High fly ball center field. That is Julio Rodriguez. For out number 3. He came at him.
That was danger zone right there, though.
Yes, sir. 76 home runs. That's 6th in baseball, but 21 of those are with Cal Raleigh in the 2 spot. And then Rodriguez or Rosarena, very familiar names to Mariners fans. Cole Young in his major league debut in the 8th spot. Ben Williamson in the 9th position, the 2nd-round pick just 2 years ago. And they face a very tall drink of water, Bailey Ober, on the mound.
Yes, Bailey was 6'9", 270 pounds coming at you. He's going to work his 4-seam at the top of the zone also. He's got a little lower arm slot's going to help him get that good carry on his 4-seam. Change up, slider, sweeper, all behind it. Very good pitcher.
Yeah.
And if you take away his first start this year, Jason, he is having an unbelievable season.
He would be an advocate for the league starting the calendar in April again. I feel like the last 2 years he had a March start that if you discard it, he'd be one of the best pitchers in not only the American League Central, but in the AL. You see the last 55 1/3. He has just been so good. When you watch him, where do your eyes immediately go, Wayno?
Well, first of all, when you stand next to this guy, he is a giant. He is so big, but he gets down the mound. He's 7 feet 5 inches of extension. That's the farthest in the entire game.
And when you say extension, you mean in terms of how close to the plate he presents the ball.
That's right. And that part of that is being so tall, but he's got that tall and fall kind of actually more of a drop and drive kind of delivery. And it's almost a push, right? It's almost a push, and that's what keeps him at the top of the zone. I don't know. We talked about it with Rocco earlier. The only thing that maybe he could add a little bit to his repertoire is using his sinker more. Maybe, but he's so solid all the time.
he generally is nails against left-handers. Right-handers OPS is 160 points north of what left-handers typically see, but it's not like the Mariners are going to move J.P. Crawford down in the order of Cal Raleigh, but he sees two lefties to start the game before Rodriguez and Arozarena. And that is ball 4, a fastball high. A Mariners team that doesn't chase a whole bunch as a group takes a leadoff walk.
And as a starting pitcher, you know that about this team. You know you're going to have to come to them in the zone. You know you're going to have to earn your outs. And that adds a little bit of, I wouldn't say frustration, but it adds a little complication to your game plan.
Oh, there is that changeup. It is dazzling, isn't it?
And Cal's trying to sneak on him right there. Jump out with a little ambush piece. But it is a great pitch.
Oh, right back there. Slider this time, nothing in 2, but back toward the inside part of the plate.
And Cal is a special hitter. He's going to hit anything that starts on one side of the plate and ends on the other. You have to be very careful not to throw the traveler to Cal Raleigh.
When you say the traveler, for the uninitiated, you mean?
So anytime if you say you're a right-hander trying to sink a ball in or bring your fastball in right here on Cal, and you throw it all the way across the other side so that he gets a full plate width to watch it, we call that the traveler. And that same thing can be said for a slider that starts in the outside part and goes back to the inside part. You really have to throw it to the corners and off to Cal Raleigh.
0-2, wave and a miss. A diving changeup for strike 3.
Man, I just love that whole sequence too. And this is what I was talking about. It starts on the corner super tough and then works just off of it. Looks just like his fastball. Same arm speed. Great delivery.
What do you love most about the sequence there?
He showed him 3 different things. He showed him the incredible first pitch changeup, brought the slider in. So he's got him thinking of 2 different places. He took him away with the changeup first, then he brought him back in with the slider off the plate, then he took him back away with the changeup for strike 3. Just good pitching.
He throws a changeup first to Julio Rodriguez, who by far has the highest first pitch swing rate of his major league career this year. Yeah. And he takes a changeup there that falls in for a strike, and Ober can throw that thing strike to strike, strike to ball as well. Crawford at first with 1 out. Wave and a miss. He goes to the slider, and the breaking stuff is so key to right-handers for Bailey Ober.
It is. I mean, when you're facing Ober, what you're really thinking about is you got to be ready for that good 4-seamer at the top of the zone. I know it's only 90, but it's also, remember, it's coming from 7.5 feet closer than 60 feet 6 inches. And it's always well located. So you have to be ready for that. So that's why his changeup plays so well. You're really thinking straight on him. You're thinking 4-seam, you're thinking changeup. You're not ever thinking breaking ball. And that's why he works so well for him.
1-2 on Julio Rodriguez. Crawford at first, 1 out. That is inside and down with a changeup. 2-2.
It's big to have something too. If he can do that more effectively, like you're saying, getting better to right-handers. If he can get something effectively going away from right-handers more often, that will help him like he did on that first slider.
Little cue shot, first base. That's a foul ball. It's foul, picked up by Cody Clemens. That is not reviewable, but pretty clearly foul. Okay, you're the pitcher. You want the out? Do you want Cody Clemens to charge that ball?
Oh yeah, I'll take my second out with
yeah
all day long. Yeah, 3-hole up with a dynamic player like Julio Rodriguez. Take the out. You got 2 outs, runner on second, all day long. Get that out.
By the way, 9 straight non-fastballs for Bailey Ober. 2-2. Popped up. First base side, foul ground. Vasquez says it's his, and he's right. I figured you would want the out.
Yes.
But runner at second early in the game.
Yeah.
If you want to strike out, I know sometimes pitchers, you guys really think you're going to strike somebody out.
It's burned me a couple times. Spare me a goal does. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I would rather have the pop-up foul. We'll leave it first.
Right. You just
No,
but you put enough lottery balls in the hopper, stuff happens to you.
That's right. That's right. Take the outs when you can get them.
2 down for Arozarena. Oh. And he takes a ball high.
And that's how they're going to face. That's how they're going to attack Randy. If I had to guess, those four seams at the top has been one of the weaknesses for Randy's game this year.
Foul ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, he's an interesting guy when you just look at the profile, because he's about a third of the time swing and miss, but his chase rate for his career is actually below the league average. So he generally does stay in the strike zone compared to most hitters, but there is some swing and miss there.
Well, Randy's never trying to get cheated. You know, he's going to give you his A swing most of the time.
1-1 is a called strike. There's that sinker running inside. Yep, that's what you're talking about.
That's the equalizer to the right-handers. If he can throw that slider away and then sink it off of that to go with that good four seam at the top, and he is going to be very, very hard to master for a right-handed hitter.
1-2 cascades in, strike 3, a breaking ball. That's the pairing, Adam, right?
It is. It pairs right off the sinker in.
Today's telecast is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Step up to the plate for savings. And we are pleased to be joined by Twins pitcher Pablo Lopez from the Minnesota dugout. Pablo, thank you for doing this.
Thank you guys for having me. You guys caught me on a good English day, so I'm really excited about this.
Okay. Okay.
Pablo is easily one of my favorite pitchers in all of baseball to watch.
Oh, man. That means a lot. And you already know how much my grandma appreciates that.
But you don't appreciate it. To be clear, Grandma does. But
just Grandma.
Yeah, right.
We both do.
Love
we
it. Love it. Pablo, what do you got on Bailey Ober first after that first inning? When you watch him, what are you watching?
I watch how determined he is to never giving in. You know, that first at bat, you never want to start, you know, any inning, any outing with a free pass, but it's just his resiliency to just be like, okay, he's like, turn the page. That's just, you know, the next at bat starts, let me make pitches. And you saw that he had a plan. He was just off speed, like quality off speed after quality off speed. And then just boom, there's a fastball, there's a sink, and just never gives in. And, you know, he's a big, tall guy. He's got that extension. And we might have the tallest rotation in the league because Bailey's like 6'10". And he's just that extension just allows him to play at the top of the zone, like with ease.
So this Minnesota team, right? We talked about it off the top of the game. You guys are killing it in May. What is it about this clubhouse, Pablo?
Oh man, it's been incredibly fun, and it's a long season. You go through rough patches, you go through moments, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, it's no secret that our start to the season was, you know, it was not pretty. It felt like games were slipping out of our hands. It felt like as soon as the other team had the lead, it felt like such a task to, you know, even tie the game. But like things are so different. Things are so fun. We feel like we're always in it, and a lot of it started like off the field. Like we started doing things like on the road together. We started to, like, you know, you see everyone after the game chatting up. You see everyone on the plane just playing cards. No one's on their phone. No one's watching movies. And it's just like, and I used to hear that like when I first came up to the league, because I play with a lot of like veterans that played in the 90s, early 2000s. Like, hey, like a winning culture is built like off the field a lot of times, and it's just, you get to know your teammates as, you know, no longer like my rotation mate. I get to meet them as people, as person. I get to ask about their families, and I think like that sense of family, that sense of brotherhood is what has made everything fun, because we just play for each other and we make things, you know, we make it personal within each other. We play with intent, with conviction.
Man, they should make a video of that and play it to all 30 teams just as a reminder that that's how culture is made. It really is how winning culture is made. And all the good teams that I've ever seen or played with, it's always been about hanging out with the guys after the game, going to big league dinners, playing cards, and not sitting around being by yourself on the phone all the time or whatever it is. Such good points, Pablo. So with that being said, how about at the field? What do you do as a staff together at the field, or is it all man for themselves, just every man for themselves, just working?
I mean, everyone's got their own routine. We have a really good idea of what we need to do individually, but then obviously, like, we go through our movement press by ourselves. But then when it's time to, you know, take the field, you see the relievers. They always have 1 or 2 relievers running their stretch. Sometimes the relievers stretch with the position players, and you see like a big circle around, and they're just, you know, having fun with it. Starters, we're a little different. I'm sure you know that we require a little more time here and there because of the bullpens, but we make it a priority to be out there for each other's bullpens, and
yes,
we're giving a lot of feedback to each other.
Oh, Matt Wallner crushes a pitch to right field. This is way back there, and Wallner sends it out of here.
Way up there.
Pablo, what do you got on Matt Wallner's return?
Oh my God, I saw a video that he hit someone with a line drive in AAA, and I'm like, dude, you gotta be careful. Everything you hit is 120 miles at least, so I'm not surprised that the first one that he hits is out of the ballpark.
Here's a pitch on 3-1. That's middle.
Yeah, that's that fastball at the top that, you know, if he gets that a little closer to Wallner, it's going to be harder for him to do that, but he got it out there, let him get extension, and Matt Wallner out extension like that, extended away from him, is really, really good.
Can't do that. Everything that's away seems middle for him.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right, so when Willie Castro came up last night, you were definitely thinking home run off Munoz, right?
I was hoping for it, but we were all very aware of what Munoz had been doing, you know, such a tremendous job this year at, like, not even a single extra base hit allowed, but, you know, he went to the plate with a plan. He went to the plate determined, and I mean, he had already hit a homer off of Wu, who's such a tough at-bat, tough matchup. He's always on the offense as a pitcher, which is cool to see. Like, part of like their culture is like pitching his offense, which I love. I love that quote when I saw that video on him. But then, you know, Munoz came in like best closer of the game, you know, right now, and he just did his thing. Didn't try to do too much. He got a good count and just barreled up a 98 fastball.
That's a barrel too.
There he goes again.
How about that, Willie Castro?
What he talked about a minute ago with never feeling out of the game. It doesn't matter who's on the field, who's on the mound out there. Reliever hadn't given up 1 extra base hit all season, no runs allowed in 20-something appearances, and their team didn't feel out of it. That speaks to the chemistry and the belief that they have in that dugout over there. That's a very dangerous thing.
Yeah, I mean, and to do that to our like all the way up to our last out, like, it was just so fun to see, and it was such a, I mean, the main thing is like everyone in the dugout believed that we could do it, that it could happen.
And there goes the run game. It's a stolen base for Willie Castro. All right, how good of a ping pong player is Cody Clemens?
Oh, he's really good ping pong player, good golf player, good card player. So, I mean, very, very talented man. And you look at that OPS 924, and he's been one of the big contributors to our culture. He came here, very, very team-oriented guy. And, I mean, obviously, we all know who his dad is, who was part of like tremendous like dynasties and teams. So he came to our clubhouse and really contributed to like that culture that has just been about having fun and always compete with what we have.
I want to ask you, a couple years ago you went to a pair of breaking balls, right? You changed kind of the shape of your breaking ball. You went curveball sweeper, basically.
I did, and I mean, I had always had the curveball even in Miami.
A little bobble, and he almost got there.
Curveball in Miami was never good, and I always knew, like, gosh, if I can make that pitch a little better, a little more consistent, like, I know, like that would open options for me when I'm on the mound. So that's a pitch that I got better, and then when I came to the Twins in 23, we developed the sweeper, which not only gave me depth, but then it also gave me the break to my glove side. So. Yeah, it's always good to have those options. You want to have options. You want to give yourself enough opportunities to explore different parts of the plate at different times and not falling into any patterns. And the more pitches going in opposite directions that you have, like, you know, the batters, as they say, they can't cover that much plate. It's hard to cover that much ground.
He's making all our points for us.
I mean,
exactly what
have
we
you
talked
thought about being an analyst, Pablo?
I just love nerding out about pitching and everything that goes into it. It's the best.
I could do this for hours with Pablo Lopez.
It's great insight. Infield in here, by the way, for Bader with a runner at third. So as you're looking to build a new pitch, or you're even evaluating your own pitches in season, what sort of metrics do you look at, or like shape stuff? How do you evaluate your own stuff in season?
In season, the main thing I want to like replicate is the delivery. I want the delivery to look the same. I want the release height, the release extension. I want everything to look the same, because then it becomes harder for the batter to pick up on that. And then you work on the tunneling, then you work on the movement, and then you gotta understand, like, based on your hand positioning, what's the best efficiency for each pitch, and then what movement you look forward to, like, create consistently. And then it becomes, again, with your eyes to find the starting points. Like, the plate is 17 inches wide. And then if I know my pitch moves 15 inches and I'm trying to go for a strike, then I have to make the adjustment with my eyes. Like, okay, here's my starting point for when I want the pitch to be 0-0. Then when I want to expand 0-1, I move my eyes a little bit. And then 0-2 a little bit. So we have all kinds of tools like high-speed cameras and then the TrackMan that lets you know all kinds of numbers that are sometimes like hard to understand. But like once you find a consistent movement with a consistent delivery, then it's just all with your eyes.
So you're moving your eyes based on count.
Yeah. You move your eyes based on counts, and a lot of pitchers, there's two different cues. Like some pitchers are like, hey, I want to see the glove where we want the pitch to end up at, or I want to see the glove where I want the pitch to start at. And then then obviously, as we all identify who we are as as pitchers, then we know what works best for us when it comes to like when we're looking for a strike or when we're looking for a punch out.
I'm just taking a deep breath. This is just wonderful. This is pitching talk, man. This is and so to prove your point, Pablo, this is where I want to finish guy. So I always looked where I wanted to finish it, and then subconsciously got it there. But his point is great because you can't coach everyone the same. Everybody has their own different.
The fly ball short left center field into that Bermuda triangle, and an on-rushing Arozarena is there to make the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, and a good throw behind it too. That's not an easy throw when you're running that far to get a ball that looked like it might drop for a second there. But back to what we were talking about. Every pitcher cannot be taught the same way.
Right.
There's different techniques. There's different cues for each guy. Pablo's a where's it start guy. I'm a where's it finish guy. And that's great understanding of the game of pitching. And it's the same way as hitting. You can't teach every hitter the same. We're all gifted with different different tools. And Pablo that was a masterful job of explaining that, buddy.
Oh man, I could talk about these forever. Everyone's different ways to learn and understand different routines, and I mean, we have so many resources to get to know us, and then once we find something, we stick to it. Routine becomes a ritual. It's what makes me feel ready every 5 days, and when I'm on the mound, I want to compete. I want to die out there. I want to throw the first pitch, throw the last pitch.
Where does that come from, Pablo, inside of you?
That just comes from I want to have zero regrets. I want to make sure that in the 4 or 5 days I prepare, I'm on the mound knowing that the amount of confidence comes from knowing I did everything I could to prepare. I have 4 days to really feel that I developed
There
tools.
goes Byron Buxton again, by the way, Pablo.
I know. What a difference that guy makes in the lineup. But yeah, back to the routine. Like that routine just makes me feel that when I'm on the mound, I know I did everything I could to prepare, and then I go out there and I get to just have fun. I get to just be out there and do the things for my guys. And the pitching day is a fun day. All the other days are like I show up to the field 7 hours before the game, and I have to run, and I have to do pulls, and I have to lift, and I sweat a lot. So like, on pitching day, I get to show up 3 hours before, which is 4 hours later than usual, and I get to just relax until game day, until game time. So all the excruciating work in those 4 days makes me realize, like, gosh, this is a fun day. I get to have fun today.
You should see the smile on Waino's face right now.
I'm just so happy right now. I'm so happy. It's so good because there's so many pitchers that need to hear this. There's so many throwers that need to hear a pitcher talk about pitching. And this is a true pitcher talk about pitching right now. And there's a difference in throwing and pitching, and he's explaining it right now. And I hope everyone's listening.
I'm disappointed this conversation's over. Pablo, thank you so much.
I take the 3 runs on the mic.
We usually get about 8 pitches with somebody. This has been great. Thank you.
You are phenomenal, Pablo.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Such strong pitching knowledge from Pablo Lopez. We thank him very much for joining us in game here in Seattle. And his Twins have put up a 3-0 lead on the Mariners, as there's ball one to Rowdy Tellez. And, you know, we are also very happy to have our statistician Ed Svita here, because he's always right on the context of the moment. He just handed me this note that says Tellez faced Wainwright 21 times.
Oh, thanks.
5 for 21.
With a homer.
Yeah.
Curveball down and in.
Wait, you remember?
Yep.
You do.
Tried to do the old slow curve down and in off the heater, and didn't work.
Outstanding.
Didn't work.
How
Pop
recently
up,
was this?
Fly ball. It's 22. That was in
Okay.
22.
But you thought you were being crafty.
Actually, yeah, I did. I thought I was being crafty. But Rowdy. Oh,
how
speaking
about
of
this?
crafty.
Little check swing roller, third base, infield single, Rowdy Tellez, and this place is up for grabs.
Now, Rowdy was actually, as I was looking at this scouting report, this matchup today, Rowdy was one of the guys that he was my pick to click for the Mariners side, because not because I thought he was going to hit swinging bunts to the left side, but because he is a very good fastball up hitter. And I just didn't know if he was going to get enough of those, because he was going to see some really good changeups from Ober. But I knew if he got a chance at one, he was going to have a tip. But I did not. That wasn't on my bingo card, the old swinging bunt to third base.
He was hoofing it down to first, by the way, Rowdy Tellez was. He got there without a throw from Brooks Lee, and now Garver, the former Twin. He is 2 home runs shy of 100 for his major league career, Mitch Garver. That ball is drilled down the left field side and foul.
That was loud.
It was cannon fire. Okay, you're on the mound. You hear that.
Yeah. There's so many times the best thing to do is to go right back to the same spot, because he thinks he's got Ober off of that now. So you throw it again, he's going to be looking something slow. I guarantee it.
1-1 was a breaking ball away. 2-1.
Ober said, "I'll take my chances away." It's a hard thing when you give up an almost home run right down the line. So many times I went straight back to it, because the hitter thinks he's got you off of that pitch, and he moves on to thinking about something else. Now you have to know the hitter, because sometimes they never change their approach.
Yeah. There's a changeup that just flutters into the inside corner. 2-2. Are you reading body language, or are you knowing their tendencies from at bats?
Yeah, it's both. It's both. It's body language, and it's what's his reaction, but it's also who is this person really in the scouting report that I've come up with.
2-2 for Garver. It's fouled away down the first base line on another breaking ball, that time the sweeper. Two balls, 2 strikes. Leody Taveras is next, then Young in his major league debut, which is looking more and more likely for here in the second inning. Up and out, 3 balls, 2 strikes, a fastball with a bit of a tail.
Yeah, a little bit of cut on that ball. He tried to work it on the corner, work it just off.
Three and two. In there, strike 3. Bottom rail fastball. Third punch out for Ober.
And I'll tell you exactly why this worked. The pitch before, he threw a fastball with the little cut, and had he swung at it, then that would have been a bad pitch, because he's already looking out there. But because he took it, watch this pitch before. He threw the 4-seamer away, the hitter takes it. You back that up right away with another good 4-seamer away, and it stays there. He thinks it's going to cut again. It stays there, and it's strike 3. Now, if he'd have swung at that pitch, then it wouldn't have been a good way to come back with a straight ball out there. You would have come back in or chased him farther away.
Do you think he intentionally cut the prior pitch, or he just got a read on it based on the accident of the cut on the fastball?
Either way, I mean, whether he cut it on purpose or he pull cut it, it still worked for the same effect.
Right. 1-1 to the former Ranger Leody Taveras. Oof. Swings through another dazzling changeup.
It's just nasty, and it's the arm speed that gets you there. It starts exactly the same as the fastball, and it just disappears.
1-2.
Talking sequencing like that, though, that's like one of my favorite things to talk about with pitching. When those little intricate things within the chess match that really make it fun for a pitcher, if you understand it.
You're talking about strike 3 to the last batter.
Yes, and the take, even the take was so important because whether it's a swing or a take, it changes the next pitch completely.
2-2 launched to right field. That arches toward the pole, and that is foul. Two and two on Taveras, who has hit the fastball much better than everything else so far this year. Ober has flashed him a handful of changeups already. 2-2. He went upstairs with a fastball. And 2-2 again.
Yeah, and Leote's actually a pretty good changeup hitter. If you're gonna throw him an off-speed pitch, it probably needs to be a breaking ball. He's hitting like 060 on breaking balls, but he's hitting 350 on changeups. He's a pretty good changeup hitter, and Ober knows that.
Popped up third base side. It's a long run for Lee into foul territory. He motors over there. A lot of ground covered for out number 2. And here is 21-year-old Cole Young, serenaded by Mariner fans. His family got on a plane to meet Cole Young here. His trip was a little bit shorter from Tacoma. Family from the Pittsburgh area watches him sky it to right field. Everybody was hopeful that was going a little farther.
I love that he swung at the first pitch, though.
You do?
I love that. Make a splash.
Let's get it out of the way. There's the first swing. Baseball your way. Get personalized highlights and push notifications just for you. Download the MLB app today. Minnesota trying to stay hot. 18-7 their last 25. 18-5 in the month as Brooks Lee swings through that slider that cuts inside to left-handers. 0-1.
I really like his stuff.
Bryce Miller.
Yes, I really like his stuff, and I don't know what that bone spur was doing to him earlier in the year, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him now.
It was one of those situations where he's talked about it and said, like, if you have a procedure done in season, it would probably shut you down for a while, so you deal with it. He spent some time on the injured list. No rehab starts in coming back, but officially listed as, right elbow inflammation. But they are very happy to have him back, and they hope to get Logan Gilbert back sooner rather than later as well.
Yeah, that's another great arm to get back. Now, when you take off a bone spur, you can't just take it off and get right back to it because there's added movement into your elbow joint all of a sudden. And so what that spur was protecting you from getting completely locked out, if you just all of a sudden start throwing full speed into that without rehabbing it first, can be really dangerous. So they're exactly right about that.
You've had similar?
I've had pretty much all the elbow things.
2-2 to Lee. That's catapulted out to left field, and Randy Arozarena for out number 1 on Lee.
That's the second time that he's flirted with that ball up in the zone to Lee. He's going to have to get that down or much higher if he does it a third time.
Carlos Correa not very well received by the locals. Not surprising considering the time he spent in this division. This is one of those, back when the schedule was what it was, you only saw a team, maybe once every 4 years or so in your own ballpark. People might forget, but now it's every other year at most. So, like, people stay in your mind.
Yeah. Yeah, and that, I mean, look, let's just call it how it is. That Astros team, they're still hearing that wherever they go. Those guys that are on that team, no matter where they are, they're hearing a lot of them.
Correa belts this ball high and deep left center field. Rodriguez is back at the wall, and he's not going to have a play. It rings around on the warning track, and that will be 2 bases for Correa, who just by that much, he said he got to do a couple more bicep curls.
Oh, man, what such a good swing. Just drives that ball in the gap. Look, gets it sinkered, but didn't get it all the way in there. Just kind of started away. That's the traveler that we're talking about right there. Starts away, moves back to the middle of the plate, drives it off the center field or the left center field fence. You know what's really interesting to me? Carlos told us earlier that strip that he wears across his nose has really helped change his career and get it back going again. He was having breathing problems, had a couple of nose surgeries, and that breathing strip right there has really helped get his endurance back.
It's an interesting, as he was saying that, we were standing in the clubhouse, you don't think about the small byproducts that can really blow up in the pitch timer era. Yeah.
Well, and also, I mean, not just the pitch timing era, but like sleeping at night. If you're having breathing problems, you don't recover as well in the night, and that's what he was saying. He was having a really hard time recovering.
Which is so important to athletes.
It's the name
nowadays.
of this game,
I mean,
buddy.
You have to be able to sleep.
You have to be able to sleep, and especially these guys that play every day, especially the important position that he plays, you just have to be able to recover.
2-0. Wallner pops it up. He just spun around in the box. He's so frustrated with himself on missing that pitch. And it's Crawford for out number 2.
Come out.
That ball was a foot from hitting the roof. I mean, I could see he was mad because he just missed that. That ball was way up there.
Matt Wallner has only played at most 76 games in a major league season, so you can't get a real feel for what the power would be over 162 or something like it. But he's got 31 home runs in 188 major league games, which is tantalizing for Minnesota. Rowdy Tellez handles this ground ball from Castro and ends the inning. So Correa stranded at second. It's 3-0 Minnesota.
Craving more baseball? Just tell Siri. Show me today's MLB schedule.
That's all you got to do. Tell Siri, show me a high fastball. There it is from Bailey Ober. Strike one. That's his 16th four-seam fastball, 41 pitches. We've seen a bunch of changeups as well, 14 of them. And the final batter we have not seen in the Mariners order, Ben Williamson, takes a second fastball, 1-1.
That first inning, to your point, he threw 7 fastballs to Crawford, all fastballs, not any off-speed pitches. And then he didn't throw another fastball to Raleigh or Rodriguez. They don't know what's coming.
No. And it could flip completely. As you just saw, that was the first curveball he's thrown, official curveball. We've seen slider sweeper, the more 12-6 curveball. That was the first look at that. And it was for Williamson in the 9 spot, who swings through that fastball, tailing away again, 2-2.
Yeah, I think he's just got a little bit of natural pull cut when he gets it all the way to the corner out there. And then when he runs that sinker or keeps the straight ball in the corner, it can be a real weapon if they take it.
I'm talking to Rocco Baldelli. He said this, you know, locally before, but he feels like Bailey Ober, every time he's out there, he gives you a good outing. And the numbers bear it out, right? There's been only one season in his major league career where Bailey Ober has had an ERA above 4. He's been in the 3s 4 straight years now. As that was a late swing on a fastball downstairs.
Might be in the 2s if you took away March.
That's right. He is not the guy you want pitching during the NCAA basketball tournament. And then everything else, he's phenomenal. 3-2. Little golf shot into right center field on a slider. That's down for a hit. Off the backhand side, Wallner, and he can throw. So that keeps Williamson from testing for extra bases.
That is a great play. You saw the wide turn at first right there. Gets the slider. You can tell he just didn't get it out there where he wanted to. Great job staying down through it, taking it to right field. But I want you to watch this play. Watch him. He's got to go a long way, and that's a hard. I don't even know if he bent over. That's a hard. asked for a right fielder full sprint to bend down and get that ball before he gets to the wall right there.
Especially for as tall as Wallner is and as low of a hop that ball took as well. Like, he had to almost flatly grab that thing on the move.
Yeah, and I mean, from a pitching standpoint, holding extra base hits to singles is a huge weapon if your defense can do that.
Pop up third base side and foul, 1-1. You feel that as a pitcher, that runner at first is different than a runner at second?
Well, it's just a total game changer. A runner on first with no outs as opposed to a runner on second. The odds of them scoring go dramatically down. And every pitcher knows that when you're on the mound. But, you know, at that point, mathematically, you just get outs. Just get outs, and they're not going to score, right?
Yeah.
Simplifies things.
1-1. Catapulted down the right field side and foul again. Long foul balls, the story of the day so far.
So a lot of fastballs so far to J.P. Crawford. Let's see if he comes back now that he's got him so sped up with that really good changeup down and away.
Chant of J.P. And a swing and a miss. He went breaking ball and the sharp one off the slider for strike 3.
I love that call. I love that call right there. Great job blocking it. But he played off of his aggressiveness inside. He had him spinning open, so you can either go slow down and away or you can play off the aggressiveness and throw that good back foot slider. I didn't know that was in his repertoire like that. But man, very well executed.
To the left-hander, no less. And now one away for Cal Raleigh, who's had such big hits for this team. Our Fisher Investments player profile of Cal Raleigh. 14 multi-home run games since 2022. Is tied for second in the American League. And if you don't know, his nickname is the Big Dumper, so that's why we got the headline there. People are like, what? If they've not seen the Mariners.
Pump up the dump.
He did go, and that's not going to be highly thought of here in the Pacific Northwest.
He's one of those guys, if you have the MLB app
Yeah.
and the notifications, he's one of those guys that you feel like you get a notification on like 3 times a day.
But like some days you feel like he's had multiple game-winning hits. He's popped up back of home. I mean, yes, Julio Rodriguez got the big contract first, but Cal Raleigh's going to be here for a long time. They are cornerstones of this franchise. And not only is he an outstanding offensive player, he's in the lineup basically every day. He's extremely reliable, and he's at a premium position.
Yeah, and he does a great job framing pitches, blocking balls, throwing runners. But his ability to catch a lot. I think he leads all of Major League Baseball the last 3 years in games caught behind the plate. He is just completely reliable. He knows how to control this staff. Stud of a player.
Yeah, 135 games behind the plate last year, 128 the year before, in an era where you just don't see that very much. 2-2. Crank to right field. There he goes again, Cal Raleigh. Another big swing for Seattle.
If you're Bailey Ober, I feel like he probably thinks he executed that. Now, Cal Raleigh does not have great numbers up above the strike zone like that. He only has 1 home run at the top of the zone.
That's a base hit for Julio Rodriguez.
So you can, like, every now and then as a big league pitcher, you got to tip your hat, because Cal Raleigh, a superstar player, just took a superstar type swing on an incredibly tough pitch to get on top of, especially from Bailey Ober, who has one of the best 4 seams at the top in all of baseball.
14 of his 22 home runs have come on fastballs, but he also, that leaves 8 that are against non-fastballs. That's called a strike. So what do you throw him, Wayno?
Well, he can do it from both sides of the plate. He can go pole to pole, righty or lefty. He's just incredibly talented, a gifted hitter as there is in the game right now. It's really, really fun to watch. 22 home runs on the year. It's not even June yet. So fun.
That was out of the zone, right? That
way
was
out of the zone.
Based on if you're looking for what has Cal Raleigh not done in his home runs so far this year, that would be his first home run above the strike zone.
That's what I mean. He just doesn't. On the scouting report before the game, Ober did not see that. He executed it perfectly, and he got to it. You got to tip your hat every now and then.
That one four-seamer you're talking about was off of Mitchell Parker a few days ago, actually 4 days ago. That fastball, that was very tip top of the strike zone. This was up above and out of the strike zone.
Chin level.
1-1. Rosarena wanted to make that a 4-3 game.
You can tell this is an offense that feeds off each other. They're momentum based, and that we saw that yesterday too. Once they start that ball rolling downhill, very hard team to stop.
Raleigh now tied with Shohei Ohtani for the league lead in home runs. There goes the runner Rodriguez, and that is a foul baseball.
And so I'm thinking about this from Ober's standpoint. He hasn't really made a bad pitch. He just has to keep doing what he's doing. Don't try to do too much. Don't try to change your game plan. A superstar made a superstar swing. And tip your hat and keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
On 1-2 for Rosarena. There's a breaking ball outside, 2-2. Another taxing inning for Bailey Ober here. He's at 62 pitches already. But again, Minnesota's bullpen is in much better shape for today specifically than Seattle's, just in terms of recent usage. Another throw to first. I like that fans still boo it, even though you can only do it a couple times per at bat. Bailey Ober's thrown at least 19 pitches in all 3 innings so far today. Two. Rosarena flies it to center field. Buxton is back at the track. He makes the catch. Rodriguez tags and he gets to second. Actually, the ball met him there. If this were gym class in 3rd grade, he'd be out. He is not, because it is not. And the tying run's at second.
Randy just missed that one right there. It just beat him to the spot, just barely.
So how do you take that if you're Bailey Ober, right? You've given up a home run. Rosarena just missed.
That's fine. I mean, look, but he didn't. But he did miss. That's the key. There's 2 outs, right? Just make pitches, get outs.
Rowdy Tellez looks at a ball downstairs. That was a pretty decisive take on that changeup. Tellez had that half swing ground ball for his 2nd infield single of the year. And he skies that. That's another roof threatener.
Probably Tellez knows he's not seeing the changeup really well. Ober has a really good changeup. He knows Ober likes to work the fastball at the top of the zone, which is something that he likes to hit. So that's what he's going to look for, and he's going to spit on anything low, if I had to guess.
Anything down, it's
anything down, just take it.
So if you feel that as a catcher, is that what you do? I mean, first of all, maybe not a strike.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely a strike if I'm the pitcher, right? That was a strike. He called it a strike. No, there's a lot of different ways to go about this, but if I'm Tellez, that's what I'm thinking. And if I'm Ober, now I'm thinking about sticking a fastball at the bottom of the zone because I know I'm getting that low strike. But also, if he's going to take everything low, that's when you start sticking those heaters down.
1-1-2. He goes upstairs, a climbing fastball, 2-2, but a non-competitive one.
Yeah, you could tell he wanted that, though. If he gets that a little bit down, Tellez is going after it. But that's, you can also tell that's what he's looking for.
2-2. Got him off balance with a changeup. Third base side, foul ground. Lee has room. Well done by Ober and Vasquez to get out of the inning, but Cal Raleigh does what he does best. Demolish baseballs. Above the zone, though. Wow. In the top of the fourth, we have a brief stoppage in play. It seems like the alarm system at T-Mobile Park is going off right now. You see the blinking light, and there's an alarm noise happening here in the ballpark. Bill Miller, the crew chief, is going over to Dan Wilson in the first base dugout. We have no notification from the Mariners folks as to why, whether or not it's a false alarm, but they're not going to play while the siren is going off.
And those strobe lights.
Yeah.
Flashing lights in the stadium. It's unsafe right now to continue play. We're going to try to get an answer to when we can get this shut off.
Okay, so we have a fire alarm issue here in the stadium. There has been no word about a safety issue. There's a gentleman walking out in a suit speaking to the umpiring crew. Well, this is a new one. Have you had this happen while you've been playing, Adam?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You have?
Yep. Happens in certain parks more than other parks, but somebody pulled the fire alarm as a joke, probably a teenage kid.
Well, we hope that's the case.
Yeah, that's what we hope. But you know what I'm thinking? If this was just behind the hitter and it only affected the pitcher, we'd be playing right now. But because the poor little innocent hitters have lights blinking, they got to shut the game down.
You never know what's going to come out of a pitcher's mouth.
It's always going to be in support of the pitcher.
That's true. We might as well promote next Saturday. Baseball Night in America once again on Fox. Another chapter in one of the great rivalries in America, Red Sox Yankees, or as some of you will see, the Padres take on the Brewers. Check the local listings for the game in your area next Saturday, 7:30 Eastern on Fox. Yeah, T-Mobile Park has a fire alarm issue right now. The blinking lights, and there is clearly an alarm sound going off as well. Bill Miller said it's unsafe to play, as this is a 3-2 game right now. Minnesota has the lead. All Randy Arozarena and Julio Rodriguez and Leody Taveras can do is just have a little fun in the outfield. Poor Cole Young at second base. It's like, does this happen every major league game? He's been in one major league game, and he's just getting some time with Williamson to talk about it on the infield.
Yeah, young guys love the mustache and the long hair, almost mullet thing in the back right now. Only that's a big look. Riley Green, country singer look.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Are
Wallen.
you saying you're not a fan of the look?
No, I'm just saying
you're just indifferent.
It's just not. Yeah, that's not a thing my era did. All right, I got a trivia question for you.
Okay.
For you, Mr. Benetti, and all those at home.
Yeah. What do you got?
All right, Rhys Hoskins.
Okay.
He hit 2 3-run homers today for the Brewers.
All right.
Who was the last Brewer to hit 2 3-run homers in the same game?
My guess would be Prince Fielder.
That's a good guess. It is a left-handed hitter, but it's not Prince Fielder.
Was it Yelly? Was Christian Yelich?
It is not Christian Yelich.
Oh, sadly, we're going to have to end trivia time. The alarm's off. Who's it correct? Who you got?
Well, it's game related, right?
Is it Rowdy Tellez? Oh, I should have known. He's playing in the game.
And it was against these Twins.
How about that? Well, okay, so the alarm was done, and now they've reset it. The alarm sounded again. They've reset it again, and now it's going off again. So now we're in the boot cycle thing where, like, you turn on your computer, it goes blue screen, you turn it off, you think it's going to restart, and then it doesn't, and then you turn it off and you start it up and you have good signs and you're like, oh, this is the time my hard drive saved.
I mean, This is not golf. Can we just tell the crowd to pump up a little louder?
Is that what?
As long as we don't have a fire in the building, can we just tell the crowd to get louder and we won't hear it?
So that's the part, right? Like, we need to truly make sure that there is no fire. But the way people are reacting, it seems as though it's a safe situation. They're just having a very difficult time resetting the alarm.
Yep.
So they've got it now to one cycle where the alarm will go off briefly. They'll hit reset. They'll flash a number of times like flash bulbs on a home run. But then it starts up again. And then it's off for half a second. So if you're a pitcher here, your thoughts?
He's doing right. You don't want to throw too much, but you got to throw one every, 30 or 40 seconds just to keep your body hot, keep your arm moving.
It's the weirdest delay you've ever been a part of.
Well, streakers.
Oh, yeah?
Streakers are always the weirdest.
You had all these choices. You played for how long, and that's the one you picked?
Well, you're never really ready for a naked man to run across the field. It's always a man, too. It's always a dude.
If you at home are looking up in your dictionary or your book of phrases, I'm sorry I asked. This is the definition of I'm sorry I asked.
You know what? Hey, speaking of Ed, it's always Philly, too. It's always Philly. It's always Philly. It's always Philly. And it used to be San Diego. You'd have a guy run across there, jump over the fence, get into the beach, and try to escape. Philly, man, Philly had at least 3 of those guys, and they're always dudes. At least 3 of those.
So
guys.
you have a ranking system of the possible field rushers.
Yeah, well,
in the league.
Philly's number 1. San Diego would be 2.
Yep. Everybody else tied for
tied for 0. Yeah.
Well,
Philly.
this is a fun cycle of reset the alarm here, and all you can do is all you can do. They're doing everything they can to make sure that we can play again. Okay, other weird delays. Were you ever part of one of those B delays? That'll happen every once in a while.
Yes, in Arizona. But that was in the oh no, that was Arizona Fall League.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Fall League.
Did they call the beekeeper in? Sometimes
they completely covered an entire picnic table, and it just became, it looked like a big bee.
No way.
It was like you couldn't even see any of the table. Somebody had spilled a Coke on it or something, and they just completely.
Oh my goodness.
I keep bees at my farm and at my house.
Okay.
And when the queen leaves the hive follows the queen. They never leave her alone. So if the queen goes up and sits on a branch, 5 seconds later.
Every time they try to reset the
Thanks,
fire
Bill.
alarm, it triggers again. The fire department. Am I there?
You are, Bill.
Bill's not ready for the delay.
We got you, Bill. The fans are trying to tell Bill. Oh, we're good to go. They just, while Bill was getting ready to make his announcement.
It's time to shine, too.
I know. He was just ready to talk about the fire department, which I'm certain when he woke up this morning in Seattle, he wasn't like, one of my announcements is going to start with the fire department blank. Okay, so they've cycled the fire alarm. It's evidently safe to play. And, obviously we're talking about other things going on.
We've talked about streakers and bees.
We have. But it was pretty clear that there was no fire in the building based on how everybody was reacting. And so we're going to go ahead and play. What is I don't want to say danger because I don't mean danger, but what are the pitfalls for a pitcher after a delay like that?
No, this shouldn't bother him. He stayed moving around a little bit. You don't want to sit back down and get stiff again. Stay up on your feet as long as it's not too long. He did a great job. He kept throwing. He probably threw one pitch every 45 seconds or so. That was about right.
We learned so much about delays during this delay here. Cody Clemens goes after the first pitch and fouls it off. It's strike 1 to Clemens. We were just going to get into the social dynamics of bees, and then
Yeah.
the alarm went off.
Oh man, I love talking bees. One of the most incredible creatures on the earth,
Really?
no doubt.
Little check swing grounder back to Miller at the mound, and he'll sling it on to first to get out number one.
One thing I want to point out real quick with this play that he just made right there on that PFP play, the little grounders that come back to you, the little slow rollers. What he did so good right here was he stayed low into that throw. Sometimes if you stand straight up into that throw, you can spike it in the ground or lose it high. But watch how he stays into his legs. He stays low. Almost feels like he's throwing uphill to the first baseman. That was done perfectly.
Take us through the kinetic chain there. Like, why does it matter to stay low? What does it do for you?
You're staying through that athletic position. You're moving towards first base, and so that when you throw the ball, but staying into your legs like that and pushing it towards the first baseman just allows you to stay on plane with him better. When you stand up, you throw down almost always. When you stay low, you throw up, and in those close throws like that, it's almost too hard. It's almost impossible to throw it over his head.
Well done by Miller. Now here is your former teammate Harrison Bader, who got plunked in the second inning. Leaving a miss on a fastball coming in on him, 1-2.
And he just came off from missing a few days, 4 or 5 days with that finger injury, and to come back out and get hit, would he get hit in the hand or in forearm? That's not what he wanted to see.
Line to left field by Bader, and that is fair. Should be extra bases. He will roll into second. Harrison Bader clobbers a two-strike pitch for a double, 107 off the bat.
Harrison so good middle in, and you see that changeup. It just kind of stayed up, worked back towards the middle in right there, and that is exactly happy zone for Harrison, especially that height.
Yeah, we're good.
Good teammate.
Great teammate. Great outfielder. Great personality in the clubhouse. Keeps it fun.
Here's Christian Vasquez.
Yeah.
And a strike called on a breaking ball.
Good job right there, starting off with the breaking ball. Vasquez a good fastball hitter, especially down the zone. Starting with something he's not looking for.
Pitch number 60 from Miller, and Vasquez backpedals away, 1-1. Minnesota right now is 5.5 back of the Tigers in the American League Central. Detroit lost 1-0 earlier today to Michael Wacha at Kansas City.
It was amazing. The Twins won 13 straight games, and I think they only gained like 1 or 2 games in their division. Everybody was playing so great during that whole stretch.
Cleveland has stayed very good. They're 5 over. Check swing. He did go. It's a called strike from Bill Miller. Just off his monologue days. I will tell you, though, Major League Baseball umpires are doing a much better job on the microphone explaining things for in the ballpark. No, the rules stuff, I think it's important for the crowd to know what's happening. And little did we know that, you know, for safety situations, too, that could be useful. There's a take by Vasquez.
For safety, right. So many times people at home are going, what was the reason for the, like, and they just don't know. But you watch an NFL game, and you can get that explanation in real time. That's really helpful for the viewer. I know.
Yeah, big time help for everybody. 3-2 popped up. Back of home, Mitch Garver does have room. He kicks his own mask out of the way and makes the catch.
Come out.
There was a helmet that Garver kind of placed right next to him and then re-met while he was making the catch. And 2 down for Buxton. Bader at second with a 1-out double, and Byron Buxton takes the first one inside on a fastball. Second overall pick 2012. That 2012 draft, they have the top 2 picks, Correa and Buxton. Byron Buxton out of high school in the state of Georgia. Fouls that away. A high fastball, 1-1.
Byron takes rips like that. Best come back the next pitch with something different. Yeah, he's from a little town called Baxley that's just maybe an hour and a half from my house, maybe not even that, probably. Some great athletes have come out of there, though.
A tremendous football player along with his baseball prowess. 2-1. You know, when guys are drafted out of high school and they're highly thought of, it feels like they've been in the league forever. And Byron Buxton has been such an important piece to the Twins' success. He debuted in 2015. He's still just 31 years old, so there are a bunch of good years left, you feel like, for Buxton, especially considering, you know, all the time he's missed with the hip and the knee and the hamstring and everything that's gone into it. But when he is healthy, he is still an electric player. Two. Fouled away. It's a pretty good pitch, and he decided to spoil it.
Thank you.
See if Bryce Miller throws that nasty breaking ball down and away. He's worked that fastball up a couple times, got some scary foul balls. He had him chasing out there a little bit. Let's see if he goes to that nasty slider.
Oh.
Curveball.
That's what I was telling you. That was the right pitch. He just didn't execute it. And this is the tell, though. We talked about this earlier. When he starts missing arm side up, that's kind of when he starts to get to the end of his rope a little bit. And his pitch count's coming up not too long from now, too. Something
Number
to watch.
71 right here, and Buxton got jammed a little bit. Taveras makes the catch to retire the side. The Twins leave a double for the second straight inning. It's a beautiful city, Seattle, Washington, a lovely place. Even if you're not traveling to one of the islands, just hop on the ferry, spend a day, travel a little bit. First one from Bailey Ober in the dirt.
And this is a big at bat for him. He hasn't retired the leadoff hitter in an inning yet, and I know that is a tough trend to continue.
There's a pop up. Ober will leave it for Lee, and Brooks Lee makes the catch. Out number 1. Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org and follow at Play Ball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. Here is Leody Taveras, who came over on May the 6th as a waiver claim from the Texas Rangers. It was officially, if you're keeping score, it was officially a 10-minute delay due to the fire alarm, we're told. Here's a look at one of the alarms. 1-0 is outside. 2-0. We do lead the league in fire alarm shots, as there is the bullpen starting. Uh-oh. It's going off again. I am so sorry.
Why did you have
for
to
that.
say it?
I am
You
so
did
sorry.
that. You spoke that into existence.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's a baseball thing. And you just
I don't
violated
wanna-
code.
The fire code.
The fire code.
Not just the baseball code. All right, here we go. Alarms off. 2-0. I can't see. This is why to not have social media, because my social media is just going to be an absolute dumpster fire. I was just talking to the Tiger game last night about how you can't jinx no hitters.
Oh, don't.
And then I just jinxed the fire alarm.
Sometimes I forget these. headphones are on, and I just looked at you and just with such disgust.
That's right.
I couldn't hold it back.
No, I
you
know.
did that.
Correct. And the fear in my eyes is endless. That was unbelievable comedic timing by the fire alarm. Taveras, it's a called strike.
He's called it, though. He's called it today. Seen several of those.
Come on.
Too close to take, Jason, from a pitcher standpoint.
That's what you say. Taveras is like, that's a perfect take.
Not for Mariners fans, I know.
3-2, ground ball wide of first and foul.
It's so hard for hitters to stay in a good headspace after a bad call that would have put them on first. It's really hard that next couple of pitches.
So how do you exploit that if you're a pitcher?
That was a great, good time, a well-timed foul ball right there.
Popped up, foul third base side. So also part of this, Taveras has now seen 15 pitches in 2 trips to the plate against Bailey Ober.
Those are the ones Ober will remember that going home like, God, couldn't get that guy out the first couple of pitches. Would have been able to pitch another whole 2 innings.
Pitch number 78 for his day is fouled away again. Bailey Ober just trying to figure out how to shoo away Taveras. In the air, left field side again, arching toward foul territory, and a sliding effort by Bader. Harrison Bader gave it everything into that wall.
Harrison, one of the best, most athletic outfielders there is out there. That's such a hard play. He had to know where that little nook was that cut away from him there. He knew where he was in space to be able to slide and time that perfectly. But you've seen so many guys slide a little bit late and end up breaking a knee or something right there. That was well executed. Just didn't come up with the play, man. Great try.
See Bader's look on his face. He gave that head shake like, ooh, that was close.
Also, he's got a huge strawberry now with no out.
3-2 lifted to right field. Wallner's underneath. So 7 foul balls today for Leody Taveras. 2 down, and Young, the batter, in his 2nd major league at bat. First time around, he swung at the first pitch, and Ober threw him a changeup.
So you play that chess game right here. Does he do it again?
First one is a take and a strike. So Ober throws him a fastball. Strike 1.
I think he was probably going to take that no matter what.
That's what it felt like.
It's like, I can't come up here in my first game and swing at 2 pitches and 2 at-bats.
Yainer Diaz yesterday for Houston, 4 at-bats. He had the walk-off, the game winner. 4 at-bats. He saw 4 total pitches. Oh, wow. But he's established. It's a different story when you're a first-day major leaguer like Cole Young. For the first time, he gets hit on a ricochet in the major leagues. 2 balls and a strike. He was hitting seeds all over the AAA Pacific Coast League since May the 1st. He was one of the best players in minor league baseball, and that was part of the reason he showed up here today, just torturing AAA pitching. Popped up, third base side. Lee is underneath, and he makes the catch. First 1-2-3 inning for Bailey Ober. Comes in the 4th. Gabe Spire and his multiple fastballs enter the ball game after throwing 7 pitches 2 days ago before the Twins got here. That was on Thursday, and he'll face the left-hander Trevor Larnach first, who usually gets neutralized and targeted by left-handed pitching. He is the first to face Spire, and Seattle's bullpen, Waino, is going to have to soak up at least 15 outs today.
And they knew they were going to have to cover some innings, but this is a big ask.
Especially considering 3 guys, Munoz, Brash, and Vargas, all have been used the last 2 days. both losses for Seattle. And, you know, you look at this usage over the last 3 days now. Thursday, they went for it, quote unquote, went for it, right? In a close game, lost. Yesterday, Friday, they lose using, quote unquote, a bullpen as there's strike 3 from Spire to Larnach. But that usage leads to Minnesota having something of an advantage in the late innings today, or at least supposedly, right? Just based on bullpen usage.
It looks good for them on paper. We don't know who's going to be available for them out of those names, but
right.
I'll tell you, from a stuff perspective, both of these bullpens are stacked. That Brash and Munoz are two of the nastiest pitchers in the league right now.
Somehow, Seattle's bullpen has an ERA that's 15th for relief pitchers in all of Major League Baseball, and they've had a couple of blow-up innings. But Minnesota's bullpen, this entire pitching staff has propped up this Minnesota team. The starters have been phenomenal in the month of May. The bullpen for the year has the 4th best bullpen ERA in all of Major League Baseball.
Yeah, they're really, really good. They have been so good. I mean, talking to Rocco a couple weeks ago, said, what's been good? He goes, well, our starters go deep, don't give up runs, and our bullpen is basically locked down, no runs, no hits, like nothing. He's like, they don't get anything off our bullpen. Pretty great luxury to have if you're Rocco Baldelli.
They walk the fewest guys in all of Major League Baseball out of the bullpen. 2-2 is fouled back by Lee.
I was impressed with Bryce Miller today, though. It's good for that team to get him back in the rotation. He's clearly got great stuff. Looked very calm and collected out there. Besides the 1 home run, very good job.
And again, you know, Seattle is playing to be in this in September. So is Minnesota. But the Mariners hope to be in the AL West race to the end here. So they need late season Bryce Miller. They need late season Logan Gilbert.
I think they're going to pitch.
End of the bat shot off the mound to second base. And Cole Young with a throw for out number 2. That's his first chance as a major leaguer. Tomorrow, fastest racing on earth hits the streets of the Motor City, the Detroit Grand Prix. Alex Palou looks to continue his legendary season after taking the Indy 500. The IndyCar season continues tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern on Fox. Carlos Correa welcomed warmly as the weather outside.
It was 93 degrees in South Georgia yesterday.
Is that right?
It is not 93 degrees here.
It's a little cooler. Take the under.
I was talking about that with Buxton this morning. Saying, hey, in our hometown yesterday, it was hotter than blue blazes, buddy. It's a little different up here. Different in Minnesota as well.
Well, they've got quite the road trip. They were in Tampa. Now it's blanket time in Seattle. Outdoors in Tampa, blankets here. Then they're off to Sacramento to get a look at that ballpark for the first time. As
hard
Minnesota.
to pack for that trip. That's a full suitcase right there. You got jackets in there. You got shorts and a t-shirt.
Honestly, you just open all the drawers and you throw everything in. Strike 3, Spire. Exceptional inning. 1, 2, 3 bookend strikeouts. 3-2 Minnesota over Seattle. Bailey Ober back out for his 5th inning of work. And he'll face the 9-spot Williamson, who punched a single to right in the 3rd. Strike 1. Ben Williamson, who came in 34 for 138. He's pretty well known for his contact, his control of the strike zone. Strikeout number is a little bigger than maybe he expected in his first foray in the majors. As he takes a changeup that just held the line for a strike.
Yeah, I'm actually impressed with Ben Williamson. I watched him because I didn't know much about Ben. I watched him. He's the only place to really go is away. Consistently, you can get him You can get him down, but really you got to keep the ball away from him. He's very, very good. Finds the barrel a lot middle in.
Second round pick just 2 years ago out of William and Mary in Colonial Williamsburg. Tried to stay away there with a fastball middle away, 1-2. Minnesota has a chance today to pick up a game on the Tigers. That just avoided him. Somehow did not hit Williamson. It's 2-2. Pitch number 90 for Bailey Ober. There's a dart to left. He's on his way to second. Williamson has his 5th major league double. That one roamed inside and he hammered it.
This is that zone we were talking about. The middle end changeup just doesn't get down like he wanted to, and I think he really wanted that kind of down out over more. He just didn't quite get it where he wanted to, and Williamson makes a great swing on it. Drives it in the corner.
That is the 4th 2-strike hit for Seattle tonight. And here is J.P. Crawford. Very patient hitter at the top of the card, taking a strike.
That's 4 out of the 5 innings. The leadoff hitters reached base on Bailey. He's done a great job pitching around that each time. See if he does it again.
Tying run at second this time around here in the 5th. Ooh, called a strike on a climbing fastball, and Crawford looks back, calls for time, and feels like he may need a new drawing of the strike zone.
Maybe the box is small.
Well, the reminder, no, it's in all seriousness, the box is approximate.
Subjective. Yeah, it's subjective.
It's a rolling series of recent at bats for each hitter. That's how they do the box on the screen, by the way. It's look out, laser foul.
We always have to remember too that the umpire does not have that box.
Correct.
I mean, those are very close pitches.
That said, you believe each one of them is a strike.
I do.
I know. Just being clear on that too. While we're ball low, 1-2. He has thrown a handful of sliders to left-handers. Ober has, especially second, third time through.
And that pitch right there is what he got him with last time. After he worked that good fastball up and in on him, he worked that back foot slider, but that time JP took it. So you might have to do something away from him to get him back.
On 1-2. That's upstairs on a fastball. 2-2 from Ober.
Seattle's got to get something going here with runner in scoring position, because Seattle's just 1 for 10 with a man on base versus Ober today. They've only had a couple people out there at second, third.
We saw ground ball machine Louis Varland getting loose in the Minnesota pen. 2-2 is lifted foul, and this is where the tax of all those foul balls starts to pile up.
They've done a great job working the counts on him today. Not many easy outs in that Seattle lineup.
No, not at all. It's a deeper lineup than they've had here in the past. 2-2, line to center field. That is down. It's a base hit. Buxton did a good enough job of baiting Williamson that the Mariners don't yet have the tying run, but Crawford, another 2-strike Seattle hit.
And this is a lot of fastballs he's throwing today. And he got one just slightly, not quite as elevated as the other ones. Was able to stay on top of it enough to drive that to center field.
We mentioned Varland throws a lot of ground balls, Wayno. It looks like now they're going to have a meeting at the mound. No sign of Rocco Baldelli yet, but Cal Raleigh homered last time up.
It would be interesting if they left him in, but they do trust their guy. We'll see.
Our power player sponsored by Harbor Freight. There it is. That's way above the strike zone.
That doesn't even register to me. Like, that doesn't make sense how a hitter could stay on top of that ball and drive it like that. Amazing.
Last 11 games, 7 home runs for Cal Raleigh, and here comes Rocco Baldelli. Just a little extra time for Varland. You figured with Varland's ability to get a ground ball, with what Raleigh did the last time up, this was the play. They'll go to the bullpen, Minnesota by 1. 7 of the 97 pitches Bailey overthrew ended up as foul balls. Seattle piles up long at bats and knocks him out after 4+2 batters. Louis Varland, who gets so many ground balls against Raleigh, who just does not hit ground balls. How does this go, Wayno?
Well, Cal's going to try to get up underneath this ball right away. His approach is, I'm going to try to hit the bottom of this ball, because like you said, he doesn't hit the ball on the ground a whole lot. He's certainly not thinking about hitting on the ball on the ground right now, but he's wanting to get that run at third home right now. No outs, get him in.
Swing and a miss, sharp breaking ball. There's that curveball that has really changed Varland's fortunes this year. He's throwing it a lot more to great success.
Well, you can see how late that bite is on the backside of that curveball, that knuckle curve, man. It just dives right at the end.
Raleigh saw it well that time. 2-1. It traversed the strike zone. Raleigh knew it was strike to ball. 2 balls and a strike. Crawford at first, Williamson at third. Couple of hits in the inning off of Ober. And a swing and a miss. Another breaking ball that would have been a strike possibly.
Now here's the trap. Don't try to do too much if you're Varland here. You got one of the best fastball hitters in the game right now up to bat. He swung and missed your breaking ball twice. If he wants to keep swinging it, you give him another chance to try it.
Where do you want to place it if you're him?
You're going right back, middle of the plate, all the way down in the dirt.
2-2. Raleigh guides it foul. First base side. It was another curveball.
Yeah, and now if you get that away from him a little bit, Cal has the strength to go out there and hook this ball. I've seen him go out there and hit the same way he hit that ball that was above the zone. He can do that down if it's away from him. So maybe back foot this here, or you try to stick the fastball up and in.
2-2 is downstairs. 3-2. We were watching earlier, different side of the plate, but Tim Hill threw him a ball well off the plate that he extended to hit out of a ballpark. This ballpark to center. 3-2 with Rodriguez next. 1-run game. He fouls it away. Fastball that time.
There, you know, here's the important part about pitching. You have runners on first and third right now, one of the best hitters in all the games. So you're thinking, I don't want to give in to him. The problem, though, is if you load these bases, the meat of the lineup is still coming up. Julio Rodriguez behind him.
Called strike 3. It was a fastball. It locked him up. He saw or thought or maybe hoped curveball, and there's one away.
Well, he just threw so many knuckle curves in a row that's all he had in his brain. And he started on the same plane as the last one he took, and it was a fastball. That was the one he got away with right there. Now as soon as he takes that, good located fastball up and in, strike 3.
Boy, that is a huge at bat for Varland. That's called a ball. Wow, that had basically all the zone. Right-handers have an OPS of 501 against Varland this year. Very small number. Lefties have a way better shot. And it's back-to-back righties on the way, including Rodriguez, who swings through a sinker.
This guy's gross.
2 fastballs, both that do that.
He is nasty, man. 98, running, moving like that with an 88-mile-an-hour curveball.
So this is where improvement matters. This guy, Louis Varland, had an ERA above 7 last year.
That doesn't make sense to me. He's throwing his curveball as hard as I threw my fastball. I'd love to try to throw a fastball that hard.
And that swing, I mean, you talk about disgusting. That curveball just went to a different time zone.
Look at that. Oh, it's a fastball. No, it's not.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, he
Come
just
out.
missed it. All right. So again, if he showed you that he's going to swing at that pitch, what do you do as a pitcher, Jason?
Throw it again.
You have to try to let him get himself out of the zone again.
On 1-2 to Rodriguez. That's in the dirt. He buried a curveball. 2-2. Vasquez the block.
Now we're back to that same sequencing where he can stick that fastball down and away again off the same plane that he just took the curveball.
Are you sure Julio Rodriguez will be off balance for it? Because he does hit the fastball pretty well.
But not away from it.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Wow.
Just blows the fastball right by him. But look, I mean, you got to sit on, you got to look for one of the two. You got 89-mile-an-hour knuckle curve. You got 98, 99-mile-an-hour fastball. This is not easy. Now we got a runner on third with 2 outs. Could he have scored with no outs? Maybe.
On the ball to center field.
On the ball to center field, but with no outs, the runner at second is going to be a lot more hesitant to run there. He's got to make sure that ball gets down. You can't get doubled off at second with no outs.
This is exactly the reason contending teams chase flamethrowers in a bullpen. Because swing and miss, Varland has 5 swings and misses to 2 hitters. Swing and miss can keep runs away from the scoreboard in productive out situations. Bailey Ober would love that for his ERA.
He's rooting for it.
You know that look very well that we just saw.
Oh, absolutely. He's begging right now. But he's got
2-1.
one of the toughest hitters in the game up there with runners on right now. The last few years, especially in the postseason, Randy Arozarena.
He trumpeted himself as a major league player in the postseason. That is a firm fastball to the outside edge. 2-2.
It looks firm too, doesn't it? Just looks quick.
It keeps its plane as well. It just stays the course for the outside corner. 2-2. Back-to-back strikeouts. And here's a fly ball in the air for left field. Harrison Bader loses his hat and keeps the lead for Minnesota. How about that effort from Varland?
Man, incredible job.
Somehow, some way, the Minnesota Twins have kept the lead. Runners at first and third, nobody out. Turns into Louis Varland showcase in the bottom of the 5th.
That was very impressive. Biggest out, in my opinion, was the strikeout of Cal Raleigh. They all count the same, I guess, but getting out of that jam right there with Raleigh, Rodriguez, or Rosarena, that's no small task.
It's a really good spot for Rocco Baldelli to bring in Varland as well. Number one, the stuff's great. But number two, we told you the splits, Raleigh had the best chance being a left-handed bat against Varland. But Rocco also knows that Dan Wilson is not going to hit Polanco or Mastrobuoni for Rodriguez or Arozarena. So he guarantees 2 right-handed at-bats for a guy that is just death to right-handers. Very well managed by the skipper of the Twins there as a foul ball from Wallner. But that's easy to say when you've got the stuff of Louis Varland.
Seems like he should be death to a lot of different kinds of hitters.
Your eyes tell the story here. Like, that was a shock to the system for Seattle.
It's just electric.
Wallner takes downstairs.
It's a great take right there. We've seen several of these really good sliders from Spire today.
Fouled away. Matt Wallner has the nickname the Minnesota Moose. The Mariners have a mascot that's Mariner Moose, who debuted more than 30 years ago at the Kingdome. So this is the Battle of the Moose.
Interesting.
I know you know a lot about bees. Do you know much about moose?
Meese?
No, that's the stop. Check swing and strike 3. 1 away.
It's not Mises.
No, it is not. That's one Moose that struck out.
Follows up those good sliders with that fastball up and in right there. Very hard to lay off that pitch, especially after the last fastball that he fouled. Just missed it at the top of the zone right there. Just elevated a little bit more. Okay, you like it right there. I'll take it up about 6 more inches. Swing and a miss.
How about the stuff in bullpens nowadays in Major League Baseball?
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen somebody like what we just saw come in the 5th inning.
Yeah.
You know, back when I played. I know that's every viewer's least favorite thing
Yeah.
an analyst says, but
Jason Benetti here with elderly analyst Adam Wainwright.
but it's really incredible. The arms nowadays are really incredible.
Well, Spire has 8 swings and misses to 5 batters.
We've been kind of carrying on about a few different things, but Spire's quietly putting together a very impressive outing himself.
And they needed it as well. If they are short, possibly, right, with 3 guys who've gone back to back, Spire giving them multiple innings is enormous for Dan Wilson.
Big time.
1-2.
Those middle relievers, they save games sometimes. Completely save lineups, save bullpen, save managers. It's a big position.
On the ground, that's fair. Willie Castro down the line into the corner. That's a long way to go for a Rosarena. Castro will stop at second. Thought maybe he'd think about triple number 1 of his season.
I thought he was going 3 right there. Look at him pull his hands inside. That ball's well off the plate inside.
It's 10 extra base hits in the series already for Minnesota. And Willie Castro, who was just a demon in the first half last year. He had a great season to start. His first All-Star game off those first half numbers. And 2 huge swings yesterday in that comeback for the Twins. Cody Clemens on a ground ball foul of first. Hank. Strike 1. Ramon Borrego there knocking it down. Strike 1 to Clemens. That's outside, ball and a strike. Willie Castro was concerned that was going to be a pivot to second. He was scrambling back to second base. Would have been interesting to see where he could have gotten on a ball in play there.
That's good head work by Spire right there. Good by JP in the field. I mean, holding that runner to close to the base right there is the difference in scoring and not scoring a lot of times.
We saw it in the bottom of the 5th inning, right? The fly ball to center field, base hit. Williamson, smartly, with nobody out, was pretty conservative.
Yep. Yeah, and you don't know, Buxton's so fast out there. You had to play that conservative.
We'll say though, the top teams in Major League Baseball, the top 2 in taking extra bases on the base path this year are the Tigers and Giants. And for teams that aren't necessarily overloaded with power and are propped up by pitching, sometimes that one base can be the difference between a playoff spot and not.
That's how the Brewers played all last year right there, taking that extra base, stealing bases, going first to third, being aggressive. The Twins have done that this year, actually. That's how they played this year.
3-2 and a time call by Clemens.
If you can stop, as a pitcher, if you can stop that runner on secondary lead, if you can get him to take that jab step back to the base at second before you deliver the ball, it really kills a lot of momentum out there.
3-2 is in there. Strike three. Clemens can't believe it. He thought it was below the zone. The box on the screen said ball four. Austin Jones with the call.
Oh, you see what he did, though, so well. He caught it with the very bottom of his glove, snow-coned it almost, just to make it look like it was a little higher than it was. Incredible receiving right there by Garver.
Meeting coming at the mound here. Spire has gotten 5 outs. Harrison Bader is next. Twins have all right-handers on the bench. And that is going to be all for Spire. 5 outs for the left-hander for the Mariners. He'll leave a runner at second. Roberto comes in to try to get Harrison Bader, runner at second, 2 down. And the first one from Bizzardo, who threw a grand total of 6 pitches on Thursday, is ball 1. A lot of sliders to right-handers from Bizzardo.
I see why. That thing took a left turn.
Two and 0. Yeah. How about that? A waterfall of a slider. 2 and 1. There is stuff in this bullpen.
Some stuff. Some stuff on display today.
Two one. That fades outside. How does Bader take that?
That's a great take by Harrison. That's a pitch that he would have swung at. I think until this year, he would have swung at that every year that I've seen him play. But he's been a lot better about not chasing that ball away from him.
3-1 is off the plate away. That is 2 tremendous takes in a row for Harrison Bader. And now Vasquez with 2 on and 2 out in a big spot for Minnesota.
I don't hate that walk there, though, Jason. A base open at first base. Harrison Bader, probably a much more dangerous hitter than Christian Vasquez. You know, you're going to pitch him very, very tough right there and make Vasquez put the ball in play here.
Castro at second, Bader now at first. Vasquez takes a strike. 2-seamer that just kept on coming for his knuckles.
It's violent movement. It's violent left and violent right.
High fastball, 1-1. You see so many guys with multiple fastballs in Major League Baseball now, and you saw 2 there from Bizzardo. 1-1. Vasquez fouls it away. He's come at him with 3 straight fastballs, 1 and 2.
Well, you heard Pablo talk about it earlier. The more looks a pitcher can give a hitter nowadays, that's really what they're trying to explore, is how many different pitches can I throw for strikes that are doing different things. Then the hitter doesn't know what the heck's coming. It used to be establish your fastball and this and that. Now it's just you're throwing the kitchen sink all the time, it seems like.
I don't know how hitters take a pitch like that. Truly.
I think they just have to know going into this that his slider has got a lot of horizontal break on it, and so if it starts away from you, you've got to take it. That's when he can freeze that fastball away, though.
Right there, he goes 2-seamer, just boring it inside on Vasquez, and Bizzardo strands a pair. 3-2 Minnesota with the lead, and Brock Stewart, who can only hope to be the second favorite Brock in the Pacific Northwest to Ann Salk or Heward. Bottom 6, his first pitch is in for a strike. Stewart so far this year has given up 0 hits to right-handers. None. All of his hits allowed have come to left-handed batters.
Wow.
He's got a couple lefties here. Stewart on 0-1 misses low. Righties are 0 for 21 with 11 strikeouts. Lefties are 9 for 25. So something of a challenge here for Brock Stewart, who closed the game out with 17 pitches last night. One. Tellez breaks his bat and skies it to left. Harrison Bader is there to make the play for out number 1. Our good hands play sponsored by Allstate. Minnesota has the lead only because of Louis Varland.
Man, Louis Varland was absolute filth today. Fastballs at the top and on the corners when he needed to. Nasty sliders. Knuckle curves. Man, Louis Varland. He really couldn't have been more impressive. To go through those 3 guys, amazing.
In that situation, I mean, we're talking first and third, nobody out. If you gave up the lead and that was it, Rocco Baldelli probably would have said, hey, good job.
Oh, absolutely. You come away there tied. You've done a pretty great job, but man, he was stellar.
Garver swings through a climbing fastball, 1-1. These are 2 wired bullpens. I know this is a part of the country that is well known for its coffee. These are highly caffeinated arms out of each bullpen. You thought that was a strike, by the way.
I think everything's a strike.
That is true. We've learned that.
Highly caffeinated, huh? I'm looking forward to it. I think we're going to get a taste test of a little Seattle coffee in a minute here.
Yeah.
You think so?
I hope so. I'm not even a coffee guy. I'm a tea guy. But that might be blasphemy to say in Seattle.
Yeah, check your social media during the break. See what happens.
Well, prove me wrong, Seattle. Sway me.
2-2 to Garver. Swing and a miss. Frisbee from Stewart.
That is a sweeper. That is the definition of a sweeper right there, man. That thing looked like Frisbee it looked like wiffle ball in the backyard.
Chris Myers, what do you have in the studio?
Good.
How about that? 14-1 Dodgers with Mookie Betts out of the lineup with a busted up toe. Hyesung Kim starts the game and goes 3 for 3. He's got a homer as well. His second homer. 3 for 3. The Dodgers' depth once again is on display.
I mean, what are you supposed to do with that team? They're stacked.
You just try to not play him that much.
Just don't play him.
Just,
well,
you know,
if you're going to win, you're going to have to play him eventually.
That's right. 11 pitches to a 1-2-3 inning for Brock Stewart. Hot dogs from heaven came calling.
That was fun.
How many of those did you just throw? Hot dogs attached to parachutes?
About 25 of them, I think. It was a lot. They don't go nearly as far as I thought they were going to, except for the last one that the parachute came off and I almost hit the on-deck circle.
You did pull the ripcord.
Oh, my goodness.
Outstanding. Ed Svita, our statistician, handed me a number. It says 90% first pitch strikes. For you. 90% first pitch strike.
90%.
Congrats.
90%. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that for my whole career. What have we got here?
A large food delivery, pretty clearly.
My goodness.
Buxton looks at a strike. 1-2 from
Here you go,
Basardo.
bud.
That's all you.
What do you mean that's
That
all
is
me?
all you.
There's
Get after it.
There's 2 of them.
This is a smorgasbord.
I need.
So you give me all the stuff that doesn't have shellfish, because I'm trying to not have an allergic reaction on television. We got all sorts of good stuff though. I'll eat the grasshoppers for sure.
We got grasshoppers.
2-2 is a fly ball to right field. Leody Taveras on the way in to make the catch. You have garlic fries and chowder.
Yep.
Right. We have a Ichiro. It's sushi named after Ichiro Suzuki. You have dumplings.
Yep.
Little dumpers for Cal Raleigh. Soup dumplings. And then Moto Pizza has brought you a crab pizza. I'm told.
Ooh, you can't eat that.
I cannot. Well, I can, but only once. It's Dungeness crab, cheese, butter, dill, lemon zest, and thyme.
Okay, I'm gonna eat that.
And you need a lot of time for all of the food in front of you.
And then, but hold on, you've missed one.
The grasshoppers.
There's grass. I'm from Georgia. This is bait.
No. They're real good.
This is bait.
They're roasted grasshoppers with chili and lime. You want me to show you how to do that?
I would never in a million years thought I was going to eat a grasshopper, especially on camera with millions of people watching.
You take a couple and I'll take the cup.
You're going to eat the whole cup.
Yeah.
No, you're not, because I'm eating. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, kids at home.
You ready? 1, 2, 3.
1, 2.
I don't know about this one.
It's so good.
There's 8 grasshoppers.
Strike 3 called. 2 down.
Good pitch.
I think they're great. I love these. Here, can I drink some more?
I think the most disappointing thing, I don't mind the taste, is that I had to endure the full length of the grasshopper. It didn't chew quickly. Like you got to chew it a good 30, 40 times to get it to go down the hatch.
They want you to know that you're chewing legs, insect legs.
It was tasty though, but not something I ever thought I would put in my mouth, but it happened. Thank you for this incredible spread.
Amazing hospitality from the Mariners people. You are going to crush during the break. Pizzardo is keeping up the mantle for these bullpen arms that have just smoked the competition on both sides. See, he's chewing too.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
We have an argument. Carlos Correa is screaming at Austin Jones. Rocco Baldelli is fired up, and he gets ejected.
Did he throw out Correa?
He did. And look out. Tommy Watkins just came sprinting in. Austin Jones is getting an earful from Rocco Baldelli. Carlos Correa was ejected from the on-deck circle. What are you doing, says Rocco Baldelli with a couple words in between. I got nothing to say to you if I'm reading lips. That was a borderline pitch. Correa was incensed after whatever happened here. Austin Jones calls time on behalf of the batter. And then Correa has a word with Jones, who immediately throws him out. And Rocco Baldelli's already out of the dugout. And then he gets ejected.
It looked to me like Correa was trying to get the umpire to not be staring at his teammate.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed like he was very surprised to be tossed that quickly.
There is a hit to the left side for Lee.
Well, we've seen that. I mean, he's had a big zone today. He's called a few that were below the zone and a few that were above the zone.
Come on.
He's been pitcher friendly.
Yeah.
For both sides, though, I would say.
Well, now Baldelli gets ejected. He's got to tell Jace Tingler what they're going to do. The first thing they do is Ty France to hit for Correa, who's been ejected. But now Minnesota needs a shortstop. Wow.
I don't know if I've seen the on-deck batter get thrown out before.
The only time I can remember was Adrian Beltre when he was told to step closer to the dugout. He moved the on-deck circle, closer to
That's
say,
right. I remember that.
to say, no, I'm in the on deck circle, and he got run for it. Former Mariner Ty France swings and tips foul, strike 2. How about that?
It's funny, we went over all the ejections that Rocco's had and the different styles of doing that and all that before the game today. It's funny how that came to fruition.
Well, it was 3 weeks ago against San Francisco when he tossed his hat in an argument with Adrian Johnson. It's a relatively new plate umpire, Austin Jones, who ejected him here after ejecting Correa. That is such a big play in this game.
I think Correa was just protecting his teammate from, from the outside looking in, and umpire didn't let him.
Wow.
That is a big.
You'd rather have the umpire give it some time, right? Is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, the stars of the game too. Just hate it for the fans.
Strike 3. Inning over. We'll see what Minnesota's defense looks like when we come back at stretch time. Test returns. Sovereignty and journalism face off in the 157th Belmont Stakes. 2 of the season's biggest names. 1 race to settle it all. Coverage begins next Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, live on Fox. Minnesota is trying to protect this lead. 3-2. Jorge Alcala out of the bullpen, and his entire infield has changed because of the ejection of Carlos Correa. France stays in. He'll play first. As the first one here is ball 1 to Cole Young, looking for his first major league hit. He's nothing for 2 on a fly ball to right and a pop out to third.
He's got nothing to show for it yet. He's been pitched very tough today, but he has a very good move. You can see his bat path, short to the ball, long through. Looks really good from a pitcher's perspective that breaks down swings. You can see there's a lot to like there.
He sidesteps ball 3. The numbers were enormous in AAA. He earned his promotion in a big way after a shortened spring training. He dealt with an injury that kept him off the field more than he would have liked in spring, as it's 3-1 to Young. And he's got his first major league walk. Cole Young, a leadoff base on balls. In the minors, he stole for his career. This is dating back to 2022. 53 bags in 78 tries.
Wow.
23 of them in Double-A last year with Arkansas. Talking to Eric Young Jr., the first base coach for the Mariners. 5th time the leadoff man's been aboard for the Mariners, and time called by Williamson.
He wasn't. Oh.
Inside ball 1 on a fastball. Here are all the changes. As we mentioned, Brooks Lee moves into shortstop. Castro from second to third. Clemens was at first base. Now he's at second. These are all guys who are at least familiar with the position they're currently playing. There is some flexibility on this Minnesota roster, so they easily kind of shapeshift here, but it's still a change that Rocco Baldelli wishes he didn't have to make. He was ejected. Correa was ejected, so they lose the Correa at bat in the top of this inning as well.
Well, this is a team though that's used to playing a few players down. These guys have adapted well, and these guys have stepped into big roles.
That's a great point, Wayno. With all the injuries they've had over the years, this is familiar territory.
It is. This probably feels like home. I think Rocco said earlier that this is one of the first weeks that he can remember where they have all their players.
2 balls and a strike. Upstairs, 3-1. You know, we talked about the usage in the Seattle bullpen. Minnesota trying to bridge these innings. They utilized Duran and Sands yesterday. Jack's last through on Tuesday. 3-1 is in, a strike.
It's a good pitch, and I don't hate that take either. I know it's 3-1, but there was a couple big misses there. You know, you want him to, if he's going to miss big like that, you want to make sure he's not going to just go 4 before a 3 anyways.
Okay.
Take that free runner when you can get it.
Three and two. Just fought it off. That fastball tailed away. It would have been ball 4, but he can't know that on the way in.
It just is. It started kind of on the corner where he was protecting, and it just kept moving away from him. But good job spoiling that pitch. It's 6 or 8 inches off the plate right there.
Young at first, 3 and 2. Right back to him. Throw to second, and he gets an out there. Alcala spins it to second to take down Young, and there's 1 away.
That is a very hard throw for a lot of pitchers, is that spinning kind of throw to second base. You got to set your feet, which he did a pretty good job of. I think he had a little bit more time there than he thought. He probably could have taken 1 step into that throw and delivered a chest high throw. Would have been perfect, but they did get the lead out.
Clemens still dug it out. That's called a ball. By the way, that is the first career ejection for Carlos Correa.
Wow.
Ever. Carlos Correa's first major league ejection in his career comes as the on-deck hitter.
What we don't know is, because when he said, I think you read it right, when he said, I didn't say anything to you, he may have been talking to his own hitter as well. He might have been telling him, hey, just, I know it wasn't a strike, but stay within yourself, that kind of stuff. We don't know what he was saying. So we're all just guessing, but it didn't look like he did enough. Now, I don't know what he said.
Yeah, that's
from this angle.
Yep.
You know, it didn't look like he did enough to be tossed, in my opinion.
It is. You're right. It's tough to tell unless you're the person who heard it or said it.
Exactly.
1-1. Fouled back off the mask of Christian Vasquez.
Oof.
Thank you.
I ask catchers all the time, what does that feel like? You know, it's a little bit better actually when the mask can shift with the ball, takes a little bit of pressure off on those direct hits. On the other ones, on the hockey style where it's just glancing blows, those are better. But the straight in your face when the mask moves with it, it's actually better. But it feels, they said it feels almost like a punch in the face.
Check swing.
Come out.
2-2. I would assume it kind of absorbs some of the blow, the percussion of it.
Yeah, just moves with it. Now the hockey mask version of it is designed to kind of deflect them off, but those ones that are dead center, the hockey mask doesn't move with them. That can be harder on you.
Great advancements in catcher equipment over the past decade or so. 2-2. Outside, it's 3 balls, 2 strikes to Crawford, who is a walking full count.
And the pitch before, you saw him take that really good curveball just below the zone. He takes that because he hasn't been firing strikes. If he's firing strikes, he has to be aggressive. He swings it that way.
3-2 is laced. Deep right field. It is gone. The Mariners lead behind Crawford. He took out his splits against righties with his home run. Now, if that's not poetic,
Yeah, it is.
I don't know what is.
That was an absolute blast. Can we talk about measurements real quick? Look where that square is on the. That's farther than 80 feet over the fence. I'm sorry, it is. That's farther than 401 feet.
That ball was
I don't care what
demolished.
mathematicians say. That's farther than that.
Well, what mathematicians say is we want that square back. He upped his numbers against righties so much that he actually knocked out the number.
That was a blast right there.
Wow.
I stand by my measurement, though. That's 430 at least, 420 at least.
To right field, and Wallner for out number 2. J.P. Crawford had that walk-off 2.5 weeks ago against the Yankees here. And when the Mariners have gone well, it has been a different hero every night. Over the past couple years, when they made their run back to the postseason a few years ago, it seemed like 7th, 8th, 9th inning in this ballpark, they could not lose, and it was somebody else every night. Crowd didn't like that. Vasquez to Alcala, calm down. Two and 0 on Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Strike called, 2-1.
2-1.
Two and 2 on Julio Rodriguez, but J.P. Crawford hits his 5th home run of the year.
Yeah, go ahead. Come on.
And the Mariners, on the strength of 2 two-run homers, they're 21st in the league in batting average. They're middle of the pack in slugging, 12th in on-base percentage, but 6th in baseball in home runs, and that can be such an unbelievable fixer.
Home run is still what every hitting coach is going to want to pursue, man. That it's far outweighs any other kind of hit that there is. It's just it's worth chasing.
When you out-homer your opponent in this era, you win something like 68, 70% of the time, depending on when you look at the stat. But it happens a lot. That is sliced up the middle. Diving play by Clemens. He's not going to have a chance at the out, but an exceptional play to keep it on the infield. Rodriguez has a base hit.
Great swing. Stays up the middle. I don't think Rocket taught him that. He went a long way for that ball. It's a cool dive. From our view, that was a really cool dive.
It's a great play to keep it on the infield. The result ends up being the same, but the Mariners on 27 pitches from Jorge Alcala have taken a 4-3 lead on a 2-run homer from J.P. Crawford. And the question now that kind of rings here is, who does Seattle use to get the final 6 outs of this game? Because Munoz has gone back-to-back days. Matt Brash has gone back-to-back days. Vargas has gone back-to-back days. And Crawford, it's a great position to be in. He's given them a lot to think about in terms of their bullpen usage the last 2 innings.
Well, I got a feeling it'll be Munoz. He'll want the ball, I bet you.
It would be his first 3 straight days of the year, especially after giving it up yesterday.
He's itching to get back out there too.
There goes Rodriguez. Throw down to second is right there. A laser from Vasquez.
I mean, just perfectly placed too, right on the corner of the bag. It had to be too, or he would have been safe.
J.P. Crawford knew it when he hit it. Stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season, plus live audio for all 30 teams. No blackouts, including access to minor leagues, MLB beginning, and available pre- and post games. Visit MLB.com/@bat for details. First pitch from Jackson Kowar is a hit by pitch. He clangs one off Wallner to lead off the top of the 8th inning. So Minnesota has the leadoff man aboard against the former Florida Gator who made his debut on Wednesday. Off of Tommy John surgery last year, Jackson Kowar against Willie Castro, and a first pitch outside. This is a real depth tester in the bullpen for Dan Wilson today.
It is. There's a big spot for Kowar too. Only his second appearance.
Yep. Coming back from that injury.
Just took the lead. This is a big spot for him. It's a lot of salt stain on his hat for his second appearance, Jason.
He's just happy to be back pitching in the majors after last showing himself on a major league mound in 2023 with Kansas City. There's a strike. 2-1 to Castro.
2-1.
He was the 33rd overall pick back in 2018 out of that loaded Florida Gator team back then. Wave and a miss. That slider was a strike. Eventually 2-2.
Looks like he's settled in right there. Those last two pitches perfectly executed. Fastball, slider right there. And this affogato is outstanding. Maybe I am a coffee guy. Did I say
Coffee
that
and
right?
ice cream. Yeah, you nailed it. It is phenomenal. 2-2 to Castro. Wallner at first. Little jam shot bloop into right field, falling quickly, and that is down. It's a base hit, and Minnesota has 2 on with nobody out, and the Twins are trying to build another late rally here in Seattle behind Willie Castro.
This is what the Twins did all month long. Their 13-game win streak. They came from behind several times. They never stopped coming. These guys are used to fighting. Both these teams have lineups that believe in themselves. They never give in.
You have a guy in Cody Clemens who's coming up who just ended up getting traded here. He was designated for assignment, waiver wire process. You're in limbo, and he just basically said that whatever happens, he's going to have fun with it. Wherever he ends up in that limbo, in that sort of middle ground. And you heard Pablo Lopez talk about it earlier today. What a great teammate Clemens has been since coming over here from Philadelphia. And now he's thrust into a huge spot here in the 8th. Williamson plays well in at third, and it's a ball away. 1-0. So Kowar has missed with all 3 first pitches so far in the inning.
They're not close misses either. That's, I mean, that's, you know, that's a big miss.
Another one.
2-0 Clemens here. It's hard to tell him to let it fly right here when pitchers miss twice big time. Chance to load the bases here. He's probably going to take this 2-0 pitch.
And he did, and it's way outside. One of the sneaky important things in a major league season nowadays is winning games when you use your best arms in the bullpen. The last 2 days the Mariners have lost doing that, once in a comeback fashion, once just kind of in a grinded out game on Thursday. That is called a strike 3-1. But when you don't win, when you use your quote unquote 8th, 9th inning guys, you then are left with a lead maybe the next day, and you don't have your, again, quote unquote, best arms available. 3-2. That's nothing against Kowar and anybody else in the bullpen, but there are closers for a reason in Major League Baseball.
This guy certainly has the stuff. Kowar, you can tell he's got incredibly electric stuff. We've seen him in spurts tonight. He's really good, but his misses have just been big misses. Get those to be small misses, it's a totally different game.
3-2 to Clemens. Line drive left field and playable right at Arozarena. They have a chance at 2 and turn it. Oh my goodness. Wallner straying off the bag is cut down. A sizzling line drive turns into 2.
Yeah, you can tell right off the bat, Wallner just read that to be down. He read that to be down off the bat, and Randy ran in and made a great run and catch and throw. Perfect throw right on the money. Look at him get into first base position there and receive that ball at second. That was well executed on all sides there from the Mariners.
2 down and strike 1 on Harrison Bader.
You had a pitcher on the absolute ropes, and now he's got incredible confidence going into this next at bat.
And now it's Minnesota on its heels. Bader swings at a pitch out of the zone to start the at bat. What a series this has been. 0-2. Kowar at 99. That confidence.
He's feeling it. I'll tell
you're
you.
right.
Totally reversed his whole game right there.
Pitching is a breathtaking art, but it's also a very human vocation.
Absolutely. Well said.
That heartbeat is everything. 0-2 is high. 1-2. Sometimes you're feeling so good that you.
Well, I mean, he chased the first 2 fastballs up, climbed the ladder one more time. If he did, now he's probably going to come back with that big breaking ball down and away.
Throw to first is high.
Or does he stay hard? I think he goes breaking ball down and away.
So I would agree with you, but it feels like he feels so good about his fastball. I wonder if
it makes for a better fist pump if you get him with the fastball up.
It's kind of where my
mind if that
mind
weighs
was.
into his decision at all, I don't know.
1-2 coming. Fouled away. He did go high.
He wanted
and
the fist
hard.
pump.
Yeah, he did. Hey, look, these are real people with gloves out on the mound, right? You feel good about a fastball. You've blown it by him twice.
Yep. Now he just got he just missed that last pitch though. Now he's got to try the breaking ball here.
He did. 2-2.
Every now and then you have to reset the trap. Speed him up like that. Once he finally starts making a little contact, then you get him off of it. Now you can go back, climb the ladder again if you want to. Or you try the strike curveball.
2-2. Fouled away right back to the fastball in the attic, and Bader is game for it. For the first time today, sunlight streaming in to T-Mobile Park just as the Mariners have taken the lead on a 2-run homer from Crawford. This is sky high. First base side. Rowdy Tellez squeezes the final out. A double play flips this inning on its head, and the Mariners maintain the lead. Game summary sponsored by PNC Bank. Cal Raleigh hit his 22nd home run to tie for the major league lead. Bryce Miller's return got him 3 earned runs in 4 innings. Carlos Correa was ejected on deck, and then J.P. Crawford a 2-run home run. And by the way, while we were at it, a 10-minute delay due to fire alarms going off. And the first pitch is outside, ball 1 from Justin Topa. And with all the weird stuff we had, Justin Topa's first pitch, looking down from where we are, he's got this red belt on, almost like the ruby slippers from the Wizard of Oz, and it's shimmering so much. I thought for a second there was a laser pointer on him.
The patent leather belts are hot in this game. Several Twins
Ground ball to second base.
Several Twins are wearing different varieties of them.
They certainly are. Chris Meyer is always well dressed in the studio with a game break.
Bader.
Still time to come back, Chris. Still time to come back. Top of the ninth. If you're the Dodgers, you use a position player in the top of the ninth?
That's the going rate nowadays. They're all, and they don't try to throw it hard anymore. They just throw it up there like 52 miles an hour. Just lob balls. It's hard to hit it.
Why not do it when you're up 16? Save a bullpen arm?
Yeah, absolutely. They will. They probably will.
But yeah, it's below driving speed, hitting speed, anything speed now for position players. 1-1 on Tellez. And he checks his swing.
So cool for me as a baseball fan and sports fan to hear Chris Meyer's voice come in and say my name in the same. I've just heard that voice for so many decades, you know, so many years. That's crazy to be a part of that.
Tellez flies it to center. And here is Buxton for out number 2. We can have him do your voicemail if you want. Hi, you've reached Adam Wainwright. Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your favorite team gear in today's special offer. I bet Chris would do that for you.
I would never ask him.
I just did.
My voicemail is like my daughter's throughout the years, though. Like when they were little.
Oh.
Has never changed throughout the years. They both have a little part in it. I say leave a message, and then my daughter says after the beep. And the other one goes beep when they were just little. Can't change it. Can't change it.
Adam.
Yeah. Dad talk.
How nice. That's awesome. Vargas is loosening. Carlos Vargas getting loose. This would be 3 straight days for him. So he is one of the 3 guys that has thrown back to back, and he is loosening to try to protect this lead. Garver, a fly ball right field. Wallner is back. He's still going, and Wallner reaches up at the wall to make an exceptional play to retire the side. What an effort using all his height.
Oof.
Follow me into a solo. Get in.
Carlos Vargas in his major league career has thrown now 30 times. Never has he thrown 3 straight days. That is his charge here in the 9th inning to face 9-1-2 for the Minnesota Twins in a 1-run game.
Oh, they were going to have to use one of them, right?
Very likely. Yep. Munoz, Brash, Vargas each had thrown back-to-back days. Jeffers hitting for Vasquez. Ryan Jeffers pops it up back of home.
This leadoff out or leadoff hitter, either way you want to look at it, is really important for both sides.
Dan Wilson has something on his mind right now. Trying to hang on to a lead and keep some levity with all the comeback wins both of these teams have had. Jeffers pumps it in the air, second base. 1 down. Cole Young makes the catch in his major league debut. So here is Byron Buxton and his 10 home runs. Vargas is typically a big-time ground ball pitcher with his heavy 97-mile-an-hour sinker. Where don't you want to throw Byron Buxton here? Bueno.
Well, you cannot leave a hanging breaking ball in the middle part of the plate, and I would keep that fastball away from the middle end part. I mean, that's kind of what he does, though. Vargas is going to run that sinker in. So this is one of those times where the pitcher has to stick with his strength, But Buxton has proven the last couple days, especially, that he can pull his hands in on that ball that's coming into him. So it's a risky proposition coming in there.
Look at that sinker.
Maybe not with that sinker, though.
I mean, it looked like it froze in midair.
It did. I think it did.
Yeesh. Vargas, the former Diamondback, on 2-1 to Buxton. 2-2.
I like his little timing mechanism, Buxton, at the plate. You see, he starts with a straight leg, which is not how you would normally want to start, except for that as the pitch is coming, as the pitcher starts moving, he breaks that knee and gets into really, really athletic, great fielding or hitting position. Watch him lock it out and then.
Chopper toward the mound. Vargas runs it down, slings it wide. Down the line it goes. Buxton can fly. He wants third, and he is there. Boy, his base running led to the win last night, and it may cause a big problem for Seattle today.
I guarantee you everyone in the Seattle dugout was going, eat it, eat it, eat it. Those are all throws that, you know, as you get older, they just become a little tougher to spin and make that throw like you did as a kid. But keeping him at first base right there, if you don't throw it, was the worst position that could have happened. Throwing it, that's the worst thing that could have happened. It was not worth the risk.
Now there is a productive out available with Trevor Larnach coming up. He had 4 hits yesterday, and he has dramatically the last 2 seasons cut down his swing and miss. He still is above league average, but he has worked at it. Infield in for Seattle.
He's got to work that sinker away from him. Larnach is a very good fastball in hitter.
He will hit the ball on the ground. Nearly half of the balls he puts in play are on the ground. This is through on the ground, and the Twins have tied the game late again in Seattle.
That's what that middle end pitch right there. That I just don't understand that sequencing and that calling. But you know, maybe he's trying to just bury it inside, get a little pop up. But he's so much better middle towards the inside part than he is away. I would have had to make him beat you out there if it was me. But what do I know?
Here's Brooks Lee. Lead run at first. Lee takes outside, ball 1. What a series this has been, and it's game 2. Boy, I don't know that the Mariners can afford extra innings with the state of their bullpen. This is Vargas again. It's his 3rd straight game, and that's why that throw especially is high risk.
All the things that you can't think of in real time when you're making those plays, though. You always
Correct.
think you can make it, you know.
Totally. No. It is a 30,000-foot view of something
Yes.
that happened in the moment.
Yep.
But day 3 in a row is not the time that you're going to avoid contact, which is what you have to do with a runner at 3rd and 1 out. What a game. 2-1 is golfed foul left side, 2-2. Larnach at first. He's tied the game. Lee swings through a sharp cutter. Strike 3. 2 down.
Now you can talk me into that pitch a couple of pitches ago That was nasty right there. The bottom dropped off of that. Disappeared.
So here is former Mariner Ty France. First one, got him. No surprise, Ty France is Mr. Plunk. Twice he's led the league in hit by pitches as a Mariner, with 34 in 2023, 27 in 2021. 2 on now for Wallner. I'm going to check on Ty France, who's being swatted at by Rowdy Tellez.
Rowdy's a big talker over there at first.
When the trainer came out, Rowdy Tellez was just pecking away over at first base at France. Here's Wallner from earlier. And his return from the IL after 38 games away with a hamstring strain. Wallner lit up Bryce Miller. Big time pull side danger. Wallner.
Yeah!
That's a strike call.
That is the good sinker that he's been wanting to throw. He's been missing arm side up. That one was well executed.
On the ground is short, right at Crawford, and he ends the inning. Minnesota ties the game, though. RBI single, Trevor Larnach. Once again, a big swing for the Twins. That Vargas threw down the line and led to 3 bases, ends up tying the game. Trevor Larnach drives in the tying run, and Ryan Jeffers is in to catch after pinch hitting for Christian Vasquez. In the top of the 9th, it'll be 7, 8, and 9 for Seattle against Griffin Jacks, who hasn't thrown since Tuesday. Heavy changeup and breaking ball against left-handers like Taveras. First one is downstairs, a cutter.
A good cutter too. Yep.
Leody Taveras, who has World Series experience with the Texas Rangers, swings at this 1-0 and pops it up. Lee at shortstop makes the catch for out number 1. That used to be Carlos Correa's position. He was ejected a couple innings ago as the on-deck hitter. Here is Cole Young looking for his first major league hit. First one, ball 1. He's also looking for his first major league walk-off.
It would be a good story. Sorry, Twins fans. It would be a good story. Not rooting for it. I'm just saying it'd be a good story.
Jacks lays in a strike. Young up from AAA today. A highly thought of prospect, top 3 in the Mariners organization. It's a chopper on a changeup, and that is a hard changeup that Griffin Jacks throws. Who will be left in both of these bullpens if we see extra innings again?
That's the question. Somebody's going to have to step up down there.
Young does have his first major league hit.
Look at it go down and get that. His knee's on the ground when he hits that ball. He stays through, gets underneath and drives that line drive to right field.
His family got on some planes from Pittsburgh to make sure that they were here for this very special day for Cole Young, just 21 years old. Look at that face.
His family might be glad they tied it up. Now you want him to win, but got him that hit. It's a real good, I mean, it is a good swing. You see how his body moved too. He stayed in his legs, got underneath that ball. His knee's literally on the ground when he went down to hit that.
Look at his eyes, just scanning and taking it in. Like this is a big moment for the Mariners this year, but those wide eyes suggest that 21 years of existence are rolling through his mind right now. Jorge Polanco hitting for Williamson to get a left-handed look at the righty Jacks.
Guarantee it's rolling through his parents' minds right now too. As many probably little league games and travel ball experiences they endured to go watch him here today and get that big league hit. Pretty awesome.
What a moment. Polanco checks his swing. It's a ball and a strike, and we go from poetic history possibly to poetic revenge game. Jorge Polanco, the former Twin, a lot of overlap between these two rosters. As he takes a strike from his former teammate Griffin Jacks.
That was just a perfectly executed backdoor sweeper. It starts way off the plate, breaks right to the corner. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
Polanco flicks it to left field. This is playable. It is caught by Bader. There are two away. J.P. Crawford will get a massive round of applause because of this hunt for the scoreboard in right. Clang off the zero.
Just 401 though, Jason. The ball is sauteed.
Crawford straightens up to take a strike from Griffin Jacks. Tough to replace those bulbs in game when you're hunting down a fire alarm that keeps triggering too. A lot of hands on deck.
Stop saying fire alarm.
I will.
Quit it.
At some point I will. That's a strike. If you missed it in the fourth inning, we had a 10-minute delay because the strobe light and fire alarm went off.
We almost had another one because you spoke about it.
Okay, my bad. Sorry about it.
These are baseball rules, man.
0-2 to Crawford. Looping liner left field. That is down. It's a fair ball. Young's on his way to third. They will not wave him. The ball was sitting by the restraining wall. Bader went to get it quickly. It's a two-strike double for Crawford, and here comes Cal Raleigh. We'll see if they pitch to it.
I don't think there's any way in the world they pitch to him. Yeah, you just can't pitch to him in that situation. I'm sorry. Julio Rodriguez is an outstanding baseball player, but you cannot let the major league home run leader beat you in this situation.
You can't. I agree with you. That said, righties do have better numbers.
It doesn't matter.
I'm with you.
I hear you, but it doesn't
but you
matter.
are loading the bases, although Griffin Jacks is a strike thrower.
Yep.
The chant of Julio. Swing and a miss. Sharp breaking ball.
Yeah, and Julio was trying to hit one 450. He just needs one about 150 right here, you know, just placed in the right spot. Well located cutter down and away. Very hard to try to pull that.
Whoa.
Called a ball. Very loudly by Austin Jones behind the plate. Kids can't watch. 1-2.
Come out.
Yeah.
You can't be ready for that.
One and two from Jackson. Time called by Rodriguez.
Good time right there. Good time. You see him stepped out, takes a big deep breath, little reset, just swung at a couple balls off the plate.
Just trying to center himself. Julio Rodriguez. And a take.
That's right. That's why you do it right there. You settle yourself down, slow the game down just a little bit.
Two and two. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Another lethal changeup from Jax, who is stone-faced on the way out. And we go to bonus baseball. Last night, Twins are down to their final out. Willie Castro, a two-run home run. Andres Munoz on the wrong end of it. Then Byron Buxton laces a single to left. He steals second base, and that leads to Trevor Larnach, who, deja vu, man. RBI single, ties the game, sends us to 10, and then the Twins put up 6 runs in the 10th inning. Tonight, it's the defense that broke down a little bit, and Larnach again, Wayno.
Yeah, Larnach came through. Stayed, kept his hands inside, a little cutter coming into him. Left a little bit too much plate there, though. Was able to drop it through the hole. So never say die lineup over there. They did it again tonight.
And now it is Colin Snyder out of the bullpen for Seattle with a .540 earned run average. Wallner at second base as the runner to start the inning. Dylan Moore is the new third baseman.
No one can ever talk me into that. That's a good rule, that there's a free person on second base right now. I love a lot of things that they changed. I don't love that one.
I don't know that pitchers were the constituents that they were trying to really reach in the heart.
No, they didn't ask me about that one. But I just feel like, in baseball, you got to earn it. Well.
The idea is, in part, it's supposed to save jobs. So guys don't go down to the minors after burning a bullpen for 15 innings and all that.
Yep. How many jobs is that? Said they're still running that minor league train, buddy.
I didn't make the rule.
They're still running it.
I am just saying. 3-1. That wavered inside. And
I know for position players that have to stand out there for 14, 15, that can be a lot. There's not enough of those situations to me to put a free person at second base. And I'm off my soapbox now because I love the game otherwise.
That was a very calm soapbox.
Right?
It was really nice.
Yeah.
Well delivered. Here's Cody Clemens. 2 on. Nobody out. Snyder just doesn't get a ton of swing and miss with his top 3 pitches. Heavy fastball. First pitch here is inside on a breaking ball to Clemens, who keeps coming up in big spots. Earlier, his last at bat was a wild one. He hit a seed to left field that was caught by a Rosarena and turned into a costly double play for Minnesota as he swings through that well spotted fastball. 1-1.
With the rule that's out there, though, there's a second base, personal second base. I don't hate that leadoff walk behind it. There's just a good chance of getting a double play that you didn't have otherwise. I don't hate that play.
The only problem is the big inning, and you're trying to keep the visiting team to 1.
Yep.
I feel like.
Yeah.
So that's why teams are a little hesitant to do it.
Mm-hmm. 1-2. I mean, depending on who's coming up in the order, though, like I would sometimes use the intentional walk in that position.
1-2. Clemens skies it foul left side. 29-year-old Cody Clemens, 66 total at bats with the Minnesota Twins. I mean, you talk about house money. He said it. We mentioned it earlier. Whatever happens, I'm going to go have fun. This is a kind of at bat right here as he yanks it foul first base side.
Yeah, that breaking ball right there is right in the heart of the plate. I would be surprised if they didn't try to use that aggressiveness right here and run something way in on him. See if you can swing over the top of it right here. Stick a fastball in or throw that back foot slider here.
1-2 came back into him with a fastball.
Yeah. That's you can kind of stand Cody up if you can get it in there enough. That's probably not quite enough, but it's getting close.
One, two. Little tapper foul.
Thanks, Brandon.
Inning number 10. Minnesota tied the game in the top of the ninth. They had the lead 3-0. J.P. Crawford's homer made it 4-3 Seattle in the seventh. And now, after 5 straight foul balls, we're in extras because of Byron Buxton. Another. That's 6 consecutive foul balls off the bat of Cody Clemens. And all this does is ratchet up the pitch count of Snyder, who could be, I mean, he could be the second to last guy available in that Seattle bullpen. One, two. Oh, boy.
Such a good at bat. Fouling off all kinds of speeds, all kinds of different locations.
Twins travel coordinator is canceling dinner reservations feverishly right now. Pitch number 10 coming to Clemens. Whoa.
That was close.
That pushed you up an octave. It was so close.
That was close.
The Adam Wainwright falsetto on display.
Oh, it's about as falsetto as I get right there. That was a close one.
2-2, guided in the air and down into center field, a base hit. Tommy Watkins waves around Wallner. Throw to the plate is a dart from Julio Rodriguez. A buzzsaw from center field. He has an outstanding arm, and that was even better than outstanding.
Wow. It never crossed my mind that they were going to be able to get that out. Now watch the jump at second. Kind of takes a funky little wrap around there, turn around, spin. And that was all it took right there. Just the little turn to make sure it was going to get down to get him out at home plate.
You can challenge the block of the plate. The tag was pretty clearly there. The question is, where was the setup? It is an out. Garver looked like he was in legal position, but you can challenge that. That is reviewable.
You might as well take a shot at it, but you can see he catches that ball well in front of the plate.
That's right.
And gives him a sliding lane. Now, if he's camped out in front of the plate there, waiting on the throw, that's where that call comes into play.
Yeah, and just for everybody's knowledge, it really is about the setup of the catcher.
That's right.
As the ball's on the way in.
That's right. And they teach the catcher to be out there in front of home plate and then receive it and get back into the sliding lane.
Julio Rodriguez may have just saved the day. An 11 pitch at bat ends in that sort of bang bang effort at the dish.
Mariners outfield has stepped up in a big way today.
Foul ball from Bader, 1-1.
The two biggest outs of the game so far.
Rosarena in left on the double play. And then Julio.
It just never even crossed my mind that they had a chance at the plate at all. He just moved so well into that and made such a perfect throw.
Right at third. Moore knocks it down and turns two. This is an outrageous series. Julio Rodriguez starts the inning at second base. Seattle's in a tie only because of his arm. He threw that how hard?
97 miles an hour from center field. Perfect strike to the catcher.
Joan Duran and his devilish splinker, the splitter sinker, trying to hold this tie for Minnesota. Randy Arozarena, aggressive hitter at the plate. He takes ball one. Seattle saw a 6-3 lead evaporate in the ninth inning last night. Trying to walk it off today.
Randy doesn't need to get big right here. He just has to get Julio to third base. That's his. I mean, yeah, you want him to get a hit, but his main objective up there right now is to get Julio Rodriguez to third base. Anything to the right side works.
Fouled away. If you do that,
just tried to shoot it to right and missed.
He did. If you do that, though, you're asking for anything but a strikeout from Rowdy Tellez next against a very live arm. A lot of chess pieces at play as the chant of Randy goes up. Pivot to second. Crowd's not going to love that. They want action.
What would be interesting if he plays any deeper at third base, though, Julio's going to take off.
Willie Castro back there. 2-1. Way upstairs.
Come out.
The numbers are dwindling in each bullpen. Tellez awaiting his chance. Duran, the closer for Minnesota. (3-1). Fouled away on a fastball to the tip top of the zone. 3-2.
That's where you get the fastball by Randy. Saw it a couple days ago. He got in this same spot. They just threw back to back to back to back. 5 straight heaters at the top of the zone. And that's where Duran's challenging him right now.
3-2. Rodriguez at second. Arozarena hits it skyward. First base side. Foul territory, out number 1. A breaking ball on 3-2. Duran uncorks and he gets a lazy out number 1.
He had Randy in swing mode and he was able to chase him down there with that good slider.
Here is Ryan John Tellez. Rowdy for short. Ball 1.
High school teammate of Dylan Carlson.
Powerhouse program. Elk Grove High School in California. On the ground, second base. That's the one they could have used.
That's
the
what
previous
Randy
at
needed.
bat.
That's what Randy needed.
2 out. Mitch Garver, the former Minnesota Twin, 5 years in a Twins uniform. First one is in.
I mean, that is just unfair. 98 with that kind of movement, sinking into a right-hander.
It's inhuman. They just missed each other in Minneapolis. Garver's last year was 21. Duran's first year in the big leagues was 22. Two and 0. I don't know what you do with that.
No reason to do anything other than that one.
2-1.
Pretty gross.
Now remember, this is the second catcher of the day for Minnesota, Ryan Jeffers, and Vasquez is more known as a defensive catcher. Oh, goodness. Gravity is no match for this thing.
Yeah, I think if you're Garver in this situation, I mean, you hate to say it, but you got to cheat to that and try to hit like the inside bottom of the baseball right here and just try to put it in play. Just hope he doesn't throw you a slider away. Just sell out for that. He's got to think like a catcher right here.
Especially with the swings Duran's gotten on that pitch.
Yeah.
2-2. Fouled away. He went with 101 upstairs. So,
I don't understand that. I don't understand. He swung over the top of the sinker down and in by about a foot twice in a row. I'd probably try that one again, but also I would have just struck out looking at for the sinker in right there.
lot on the menu. 2-2. Garver takes strike 3. Pinpoint. Just absolute surgery from Duran. We're playing 11. The defense for the Mariners has kept them in this game. Bueno.
Absolutely. The two most important plays from the Mariners today. Double play to Randy, who came in and made an incredible running catch and throw, and then this absolute howitzer from center field all the way in the air to home plate. 97 miles an hour, perfect strike. You can see the surprise. He didn't think that was an option to be out at home either.
Tremendous play from Julio Rodriguez. Here we are in the 11th. Ryan Jeffers gets his second at bat. Bader at second base, and there's a breaking ball from Snyder, who really in the minors built his swing and miss ability. Snyder, the right-hander, out of Nashville. That is a base hit to left. Tommy Watkins gives the stop sign. Arozarena wanted to uncork from left at the possibility of Bader scoring. Instead, the Twins play it safe and 2 on with nobody out. Boy, that's Jeffers in a nutshell, isn't it? Line drive to left.
If you're Minnesota here, you're thinking more than one. Runners on first and third, no outs. Meteor lineup coming up.
Infield is in for Byron Buxton. That's strike 1. How you pitching Buxton here? Good luck.
Very carefully, I guess. I don't know. You can't really be careful here. I think a win for him would be that run scores and they can figure out a way to get 2 here, but they've got the infield in. So the Mariners aren't thinking 2.
You played with Harrison Bader. He's the runner at third here. This is a contact play. What do you think of him as a base runner?
With no outs, he's staying put right there. He's got to see the ball through. 1 out, you're going on contact. I don't know about keeping this infield in here. What do you think about that? I would have these guys back.
Oh, a wave and a miss. Strike 3. A diving breaking ball, and there is 1 away.
Just nasty, nasty sweeper away. You got to have them back now. They do.
Trevor Larnach is a pretty substantial ground ball hitter.
I guess maybe with Byron they thought the chances of them getting 2 are pretty slim anyways with his bats, with his foot speed, but he hits the ball so hard that kind of counterbalances sometimes.
1-0. Larnach could not pull the trigger. 1-1. Remember, Trevor Larnach had not only the RBI single here in the ninth today to tie the game, but he also just kind of threw his bat at a ball out of the zone to tie the game yesterday. Swing and a miss. Snyder, another sharp breaking ball. 1-2.
And that's where it's got to be to Larnach, though. It's got to be off the plate if you're challenging him in. It's got to chase him way off in there.
One, two. First base side. Oh, right at the bag. No double play. Jeffers somehow got back. Tellez tried to stop the bag in time. And Jeffers just got back in. What a read by Jeffers.
Great read. Good play by Rowdy.
This game has been in the fun zone all night.
It has been. This has been an amazing baseball game to watch.
Second year infielder Brooks Lee. First pitch is downstairs. 1-0.
The key to the night has been getting that first out with the runner on third base and no outs. We've seen it several times tonight without them being able to get that run home. First out is so huge in that situation.
That wraps around for a strike. Boy, Snyder's swing and miss ability that the Mariners have cultivated since he's come over here came up huge for that first out on Buxton. One. Little tapper, first base side. Tellez meets it and meets him and puts up a wall. Twins, Mariners, somehow, some way, nobody scored in extra innings. And here is Cole Sands out of the Minnesota bullpen. They've used everybody but Cody Funderburk. Rocco Baldelli was ejected hours ago. Carlos Correa was ejected hours ago. And there is the prospective winning run with Mitch Garver, the former Twin, at second base. Leody Taveras is the batter. He's going to jab down a bunt, third base side of the mound. Sands the throw, and he does have out number one. And here we are for Cole Young in his major league debut. Bueno. They want contact.
Yep.
They need contact. 3 times his high school senior season. 3 times. At North Allegheny in Pittsburgh, he swung and missed. 3 times all year.
You're not
as a
saying
high school
struck out.
senior.
You're saying swung and missed.
Swing and miss.
At a pitch.
At a pitch. His high school senior year. He is Mr. Contact.
In high school.
In high school. But he's not far away from high school. He's 21.
That's true.
Cole Young slashes it foul.
He wasn't waiting around. Well, he seems to have a swing that can cover the top and the bottom. If you're just analyzing his swing, he went down and got that ball almost in the dirt earlier, and right there he took a rip at a ball above the zone.
He's trying to score. Miles Mastrobuoni, who's pinch running at third. Another foul ball, more contact in the zone. 2 strikes. You know, when you have the wiffle ball bat and you're playing with dad or mom or your friends or anybody,
Yeah, go ahead.
all you want is runner at third in extra innings. It's all you want. He's got it in his first major league game. 0-2. Outside. Young takes a splitter from Sands.
So he's got to get that split on the plate, or he's got to elevate a little bit higher than the last 2.
One, 2. Fouled away left side. You know, in the minors, fans watch you on video over and over and over again. They know your skill set. Mariners fans have been clamoring for the bat to ball skills of Cole Young. for a year. 1-2. On the ground, tap to first, bare hand peg, coming home, save! Mastrobuoni scores. Cole Young will eat for free in Seattle tonight.
Let's see, are they reviewing it?
Cal Raleigh found him. This is a reviewable play. Bill Miller in the middle of a Pacific Northwest party. Confirmed, safe. Cole Young has a game winner of his dreams in his first major league game. Adam?
That was just a stellar baseball game. There was action left and right. Both teams wanted to win that game. Hitters stepped up in big spots. We saw some incredible relief pitching today. Nasty, nasty stuff. From a viewer's perspective and a fan of baseball, that game was as fun as it gets.
Exceptional. It had everything, including the one moment. If you're playing in Little League, you hope you get a chance